Howdy, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Faab Five campaign here on the Random Rhapsody Network. As always, we are live streaming our sessions on twitch.tv first, and then we'll be uploading the episodes to YouTube and podcast 1 week later. If you enjoy what you see here, feel free to follow us on Twitch, subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can check us out on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV or on Twitter as @random_rhapsody. So, when we last left off, the Faab Five were traveling north towards the monastic village called Bradfordshire, where the group hoping to find a healer for Liam and Apollyon. In their haste, the squad decided that to take the most direct route to the village by crossing through the mountains that lie between Bradfordshire and the Federation. With the knowledge that the Dreamer army was somewhere on their heels, the Faab Five spent the first couple days hurrying up the slope traveling north. And while the trek did prove tiring for some, the group managed to make a decent dent in the distance. Now, while those first few days proved ultimately uneventful, Eloise couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched wherever the group made camp. The rest of the party also took the opportunity to hone some of their skills while they camped. During this time, Liam also admitted to the group that he had been to Bradfordshire before, and while the drunken boxer was rather vague about his time there, the tales the other monks had told the group remained fresh on everybody's minds. On the second full day of travel, the five were forced to scale a series of sheer cliffs, but if they wanted to proceed. So the group utilized their skills and magic to overcome this obstacle, but as they did so, the squad was attacked by a sniper that not only injured our heroes, but awakened a flock of sturges that hungrily swarmed over the party and very nearly overcame a couple of them. Through skill and more than a little luck, the Faab Five managed to either slay or drive away the mountain predators, though it nearly cost them the life of Necthros Veil in the process. Once the last beast lay dead, the Faab Five paused for a moment to assess the situation. The group discovered a note tied to the last arrow that had been shot sticking out of Apollyon's chest, a note that succinctly warned the group to turn around and head back the direction they had came. And so, Faab Five. Most of you are still on that first ledge of the cliffside. Eloise had just sent some healing into both Liam and Veil, and as I said, you are all assessing the situation you now find yourselves in. Blood from a Stone is on the ledge above you, and he has been scanning the horizon for any sign of whoever it was that shot you. As you all pause for a moment, a question comes to each of your minds. And that question is, how generous is your character, especially to those they don't know? And, since Liam, you're the one who rolled first, why don't you go ahead and answer?
I'd like to think I'm rather generous. To barmaids and to people who watch my horses, anyone I buy things from, I'm pretty generous in tipping them, especially those I don't know. You tip well, they tend to forget you were ever there. Other than that, it's like a switch. If I don't like you, you're dead.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Apollyon, how about you?
Yeah, I'd consider myself pretty generous. I'd always be willing to help someone that's down on their luck or in need. No one deserves to be in chains. And I'll help anybody that can't help themselves.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Blood from a Stone, how about you?
I don't know. If you had met me a year ago, I probably would have said I'm not very generous at all. But then I rescued Apollyon. And things had kind of started changing. I mean, a year ago, those people down in the Dreamer Witness area, I would have just stole everything they had, slit their throats, and left. But I guess these people are turning me over a new leaf. Maybe.
Maybe indeed. Veil, How about you?
Vale doesn't really know what generosity is, and when it comes to somebody he doesn't know, he wouldn't even give a glance.
Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. That definitely tracks. Okay. Unfortunately, Alyssa is not with us tonight. Hopefully, she'll pop in later. But with that in mind, and you're all kind of sitting there considering about your generosity or lack thereof in Vale's case, what do you want to do?
All right, which one of us got that note with the letter on it? Was it Blood?
It was sticking out of me.
Yeah, it was in Apollyon. The one that hit Blood had the whistle on it, and the one that hit Apollyon had the note.
Vale goes over and picks up the arrow with the whistle that was in blood and tries to blow on it.
It was on the
Is
cliff
it,
above us.
Yeah, I'm up above.
Oh, I thought it was in blood. Oh, okay, never
I
mind.
could throw it down to you.
Yeah, I'd like to inspect that, and I kind of, how high are you? 60 feet?
Yeah.
I'll produce my mage hand about 30 feet away and have you toss it into the mage hand.
All right. See how this goes.
You should get the telekinetic feat.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check, Blood.
Oh, good God. Well, it's a good thing. Hopefully. Oops. Doesn't need to be an advantage, but...
Honestly, for you, I feel like it would be.
All right, 19.
Yeah, you easily throw the arrow and the whistle down, and go ahead, Vale, make an Arcana check. You're trying to control your mage hand.
All right, that's
Ooh,
a 25.
Oh yeah, definitely. Your mage hand snatches it out of the air very easily and floats it on down to you.
I will shut.
So,
I want to replicate that to make sure it doesn't get broken.
All right. I'm going to inspect it and kind of give it a blow, see if it makes the sound that we heard. Just to see, kind of, I'm intrigued by it and see how it's. I want to see how it's made.
Yeah. You go ahead and make an. What would that be? Make an investigation check.
All right, that's a 23.
Yeah. You put it to your lips and blow. The whistle itself was basically attached to the arrow itself with a bit of cord. And you reach down and blow on it, and sure enough, it makes that shrill whistling sound you guys heard when you were initially attacked. Judging by with your 23 investigation, judging by the look of it, you can tell that someone had whittled this out of some wood. It's very well crafted. The knife marks are almost indistinguishable. Very, very nicely carved. And you can tell that this has been expertly crafted.
Would I be able to tell if it was crafted by an elf or a dwarf or anything like that?
I don't see how. There's no distinguishing marks on it of any kind.
Oh, so it's not like the artistry or the.
No, there's no artistry whatsoever.
Okay.
There's no artistry on this whatsoever. It is just a simple carved piece of wood made into a whistle.
Okay. All right, and let's see. So,
Interesting.
60 feet up. I'm kind of looking. Yeah. I tuck it away in my robes. I'm just trying to figure how to get up to blood. Is there a rope that you have that you could lower down to me?
I've got a hempen rope, 50 feet of rope. Is there a good spot to anchor it to? I don't see one on this map.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, it has a crit, 28.
While there are no rocks right along the edge, there are plenty of them on the behind you, and you can go over and attach it to one of those with no problem.
He'll kind of get your attention and follow me this way, and he'll direct you over here to the shortest one, to where we can get the maximum use out of the rope. and he'll attach it over here for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would go probably about 45 feet down or so. So it's not quite to the bottom.
Okay. Was that 60 feet?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a 60-foot ledge.
Okay. I kind of asked Apollyon for a boost.
Yeah, I'll come over here. I'm trying to get up too. So yeah, I'll give you a boost up there. Grab that rope there. It's gonna be a ride. Hold on tight.
I hold on.
And I just try to give him like a big shove straight up. Try to like throw him.
You could pick him up and lift him very easily, and like you're just holding him like kind of like a cheerleader. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Veil.
I could totally see Apollyon as a cheerleader.
Ooh, that is a 6.
As he grabs your legs and heaves you up, you just go tumbling backwards, losing your balance almost immediately from just the sudden shock of the way he described picking you up, and you fall down onto the ground, hitting your ass on the ground behind Apollyon, and take 5 points of damage.
All right.
That was a quarter of my health.
Wow.
Oh, snap. That didn't work.
Hold on. God. I've got still, because she didn't she didn't take that potion. Do we remember if Eloise took that spider climb potion or not?
No, she became an eagle.
Oh, that's right. She flew. Yeah.
An owl.
Well, I've got a potion of climbing, but I got to get it to you. I mean, I can come back down. I got the climb.
You know what? How about I hop on Apollyon's back and he brings me to the rope? Because I don't know if it's going to be multiple checks to get up the ledge.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Go ahead, hop on.
All right, and I do.
Okay, so you jump onto Apollyon's back, wrap your arms around his neck, and squeeze your legs around as best as you can to hold yourself in place. He's pretty wide, and you're really tiny. Yeah. So I doubt your legs go around fully, but you're riding his back like Yoda.
And his skin is wriggling right now.
It is. It's really disgusting. And like a few eyes appear. Yeah, I kind of forgot too for half a second. But eyes start appearing right next to your face from on the back of his head. And you kind of cough up a little bit. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
If only we had fans for some fucking fan art for the shit.
That's a 17.
You feel the bile coming up in your throat, and you just swallow and hold back as the revulsion hits you, and you manage to not throw up on Apollyon, but only
All
just.
Right,
Apollyon, give me an athletics check, please.
Got it. 19.
Yeah, you grab onto the side of the cliff, heaving yourself upward, finding those handholds and footholds, and you do manage to make it up to grab the rope. I'm going to need one more athletics check with advantage as you haul yourself up with the rope.
No problem. 17.
It's a bit more of a problem than you thought. You're not expecting Veil to be as heavy as he was, and the way he's choking you, it's a little bit difficult. You do manage to get up. A 17 does get you up to the top, but by the time you're done, like for half a second, you almost wanted to call him Daddy with the way he was choking you.
All right. So with once we're up, I'm going to take my silk rope. I have 50 feet of silk rope, and I will attach it to Blood's rope. Is it your rope, Blood?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And I'll tie it on there really nice and tight, Plimer's knot.
Okay. You can do so, no problem, and lower it down, and that's enough to help most everybody. Liam, I'm not even going to bother having you roll anything for this because you can just very easily climb up that rope.
Shibby.
Well, you know what? Make your athletics check just to see if you rolled a 1. Eloise, on the other hand, is kind of looking up at that, and
Oh,
She's got it. Can I do acrobatics instead?
because you're
No,
because
climbing
you're
could be acrobatics.
because you're a monk, I'd say yeah, it could probably be acrobatics.
he's probably gonna like grab the rope and like run along the wall like back and forth until he can go a full circle and just make it to the top.
Pretty much, yeah. Monks have ridiculous climbing ability, really. But yeah, you didn't crit fail, so you very easily shimmy up the rope, leaving Eloise down at the bottom, and she's just kind of looking. We'll have her roll an athletics check as well. 16. 16 was exactly what you needed to do to get up there with the rope. So you all watch, very surprised, as Eloise wraps her legs around, starts heaving herself up, one hand over the other, until she makes it to the top.
All right, now that we've got a better view, does anyone see where these arrows came from?
It was over here off to the east.
I have a 14 on perception.
Okay, so your Veil is looking out, trying to see.
I only got a 10.
Looking in the eastern direction. And I'll kind of remind you that the way I described when you guys came up, you were going up a steep slope that went up for quite a long ways. And then it leveled off about 50 to 60 feet beyond where the map is at the bottom, and came into this kind of ravine that you guys are currently climbing up. You guys look to the east, and you can see the heightened area of the cliffs, and then it drops down beyond your vision. But with your 14 and with the 10, you do not see any sign of anybody out there. You're looking for a few minutes. You're waiting. No movement whatsoever.
All right.
Well, I think we need to get this man's permission if we're to cross his territory. Does anyone have some ink?
I do. And I produce the ink and hand it to you.
You've got good ink, right? Isn't yours high quality spell ink?
No, I've just got I don't know if I have any of that left, but I do have just ink, regular ink and an ink pen and parchment.
If you just had special ink, I've got ink. We can use yours. Don't waste yours. But all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna subtract my parchment, so I have 7. I'll give you 1, so I'll have 6 now. And the ink and the ink pen, I don't think I need to subtract any of that. It's just some ink.
No, you're fine.
Well, what I want to write on this is fairly short and simple. I'll write it in the chat in a second, but I just wanted to say we request Parlay to discuss terms of getting off of your mountain. And that's really all I want the note to say.
And as you're as I hand you the ink and the parchment and the pen, I kind of give you a stern look and I say, "Do you know how to use these?"
Yeah.
I've got skills you haven't seen yet, just to watch.
All right.
Eventually, are you stupid? That's what you just fucking asked.
Oh, he's a human.
Okay, fair point. Blood's got a thing against humans too, but
Guy can't even see in the dark.
So
Who even likes humans, really?
Not on it, to be quite honest.
just a hateful group. Fuck. Learning all kinds of things about Eloise here.
Yeah, Eloise is kind of just...
She's the moral compass.
She's the moral compass, but she also tends to watch you guys, and she's just like, whatever. She shrugs off like 60% of what you guys say anyway.
All right, my plan was to try and shoot this in the general direction of where we would assume those arrows came from.
Well,
I'm hoping I can get someone to give me an investigation check when I tell them this, so I can shoot the arrow at somewhere they can pick it up and read it.
well, during the fight last week, I had Blood do a check, and he had said it came from the eastern side, so he can point out.
Yeah, it did. The way the arrow was stuck in you,
Yeah.
you look down, you could tell it came at an upward angle somewhere from the east. Now, when you guys look back in that direction, you do just see that the mountain curves down and goes off beyond your sight. There is brush, there is scrub, there is there are a tree here and there, mostly small bushes more than anything else. There's not like a lot of hiding places other than rock. But I mean, you are able to see the edge of the mountain as it slopes downward, but you don't have like a long range of vision. But you definitely cannot see from your angle right now. Like, go ahead and make another perception check. I'll allow you to do one more.
16.
Yeah, you make your note, and I assume you're tying it to an arrow as well. That's what it sounds like you're wanting to do. So you walk over to the edge of the ledge.
And I want to put more arc on this. I'm not trying to aim at somebody. I just want it to stick in the ground once it goes a certain distance.
Now, so let me ask you this. Are you shooting it just east as far as you can see down the slope of the mountain? Are you aiming for anywhere to the edge so you can still see it?
If I were him, I'd want to be just on the other side of where the area dips off. So I want to shoot it just to that edge, so he can see it coming and get out of the way, let it hit, and then read the message, because he'll be able to see this coming from anywhere. I assume he's still watching us.
Okay, yeah, I get where you're going. But the question I was really asking, do you want it to land? So you want it to land outside of your field of vision, somewhere down the arc where.
Yeah, just outside our field of vision. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. That's the main thing I was trying to figure out. Go ahead and make your attack roll with your longbow.
All right. That's a 17.
Okay, so you take this arrow that you have tied a message to, aim with your bow, and fire. The arrow goes up, and you all watch as it goes up, arcs down, and disappears.
No, wait. And I open up some whiskey.
Okay.
I motion to Blood to climb the 75 feet up the next ledge to kind of get us up there. Yeah.
I can do that. And I guess this tree, is it just fallen over, or is it still stuck?
Yeah, it is a fallen over tree. It's kind of teetering over the side a little bit. It doesn't look like
it's secured to anything.
It does not look like it's secured to anything.
Yeah, so I was going to tie the rope off to that, but obviously I won't do that now.
I mean, once you're up there, you might see where the tree fell from. Maybe if there's a stump or anything.
That might be it. But he'll do that.
I don't think. I'm just saying. I don't think we see it here. But
would I be able to use my burrowing speed to burrow through any of this hill, or is it all like rocks?
It's rock. It's solid rock, dude.
Okay, I'm not that strong.
Yeah, I would allow you to try. I'm not going to tell you no flat out, but you do know that would be hard.
I don't want him to get a concussion from trying.
I mean, so far we've learned that I can just bash things until they go away, right? So, mountain, just bash it till it goes away.
It didn't really work with that door.
Yeah. That gave me a headache.
Blood will climb up.
Yeah, it did.
I'll climb up and he'll find a spot to tie the rope off to.
Okay. And you actually can do that with no problem. You've got your climb speed. It takes you about 5 minutes to shoot up the wall, digging your claws into the rock. And even as you're doing this, you're just kind of in the back of your mind, you're like, I'm going to need a manicure after all this. But you do manage to make it to the top of the cliff. And you can see that there is a stump over there where the tree is obviously broken away and fallen. There's some brush and scrub and some rocks. You do have 100 foot of rope that you guys had tied, so you could have taken that with you if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
To help the group climb up again.
Yep, and he'll do that. He'll tie it off to the stump and toss it over the edge.
All right. So as soon as the rope comes down, Veil walks over to it and ties it around his waist and kind of just with his hand reaches up to the rope and gives it 2 tugs and just waits.
Oh! You know he's got a strength of 8, right? Let's. You know what? This is. Yeah, I want to do this now. We'll try this shit. Athletics check, -1 modifier.
Oof.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere.
He just waits.
Fuck, you know, I mean, I think there is a potion of giant strength, but he ain't gonna waste that on you.
So Vale's getting a little impatient, and he looks up and sees the rope get tight for a second, and then release. And I say over to Apollyon, "Hey, Golden Boy, you think you'd help Blood out?"
All right.
I just keep thinking of that scene from Princess Bride when Andre the Giant carries that other guy up the rope.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I never saw it.
All right. So do you have the rope secured now, or no?
Oh yeah, it's tied off.
All right. I'll start like walking up it like mountain climber style.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oof, 11? I'm actually rolling terrible on these.
So you begin climbing up the cliff with the rope. You're straining, putting your back into it. You have your feet on the ledge, and you start going hand over hand. 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet. The rope snaps. You fall. Land on the ground. Boom!
Can I use my danger sense to try to like roll something to land on my feet?
What does danger sense do?
It says you have an uncanny sense of things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. I have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects I can see, such as traps and spells.
So that's.
I know it doesn't directly apply, but I'm just asking, like, would I have some sort of cat-like reflexes?
I'm going to say that I'll allow you to make a dex save with advantage because you have that. You're trying to land on your feet and not fall on your ass. And if you do, it might take away some of the damage.
Okay, yeah, that's all I'm looking for.
Because it's only like 20 feet.
Yeah, I imagine like I feel it snap, and then I try to like do a little tumble, I guess.
I mean, you're only taking 3 points of damage either way.
And I can't roll very well, so I'll just take that 3 points of damage.
Ooh.
Yep, you slide, you fall down, land on your ass. The rope lands right on the ground next to you. It had been cut by the sheer side of the cliff over there. 3 points of damage to you, and your butt hurts.
You can hear the wind get knocked out of me. Just go.
I assume that's the Veil also.
If he was on his back.
No, he wasn't holding him.
Yeah,
I
don't think he was.
Oh, I thought he was on his back.
No, I think he was wanting him to go up to.
I was trying to get up first and then pull everybody else up.
But the rope is now on the ground next to you, and Blood is just up there on the top looking down.
I don't think that was supposed to happen.
We need something to secure it.
Well, it snapped. I mean, it was secure.
Oh, wait. So there was 2 50 feet 50-foot lengths.
Yeah,
I was assuming it cut where it was tied. So
No,
No,
I think he said it was the cliffside.
yeah, it
snapped it.
cut right there. So let's see
okay.
here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it would have lost. There's 30 feet of rope above where blood is, and there's 70 feet of rope now at the bottom.
I think that's probably for the best. We're waiting on a reply from this guy anyway. You think going up the mountain any further is going to make him happy?
I'd rather go up than be sitting ducks on this ledge.
Don't you understand? We're already sitting ducks. With just one whistle arrow, he can send another swarm of those motherfuckers our way. We are sitting ducks. This is his mountain. He's already claimed that.
What if he doesn't reply?
If he doesn't reply, then we go and we fetch the arrow. He'll be there.
All right. Well, in that case, why don't we take an hour and I could try to regain some of my strength back.
We want to take a short rest?
Yeah.
Well, what time
I'm at
of night-
15 health.
What time of night is it?
Let's see. You traveled for 9 hours. So it's it's right now about 7 o'clock. Maybe between 7:30 ish. The sun has gotten low. It's just barely over the horizon at this point, so you do have light, but it is getting past dusk.
Okay. So I walk over to Eloise and I say, hold on, give me a second. You guys can continue talking. I just need to read something.
Mm-hmm.
Long time ago, way back in history.
He's gonna fire 2 fucking arrows at you. I was just looking at the handy haversack. Now it's not in the sack; it's in a thing in the hole, portable hole with Veil's things. But there are 3 50-foot lengths of rope with grappling hooks in a chest that Blood had put in the hole. So there's that. I completely
Rope with
forgot
grappling hooks?
I had bought way back when we first got to the port. You asked us to do a shopping list.
Oh, yeah.
And I had bought those, and I was like, all right, we got a chest, and it was in the cart, and I was like, well, then he got that hole. I was like, all right, put the chest in the hole. So it's just been sitting in there this whole fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
Completely forgot about that.
You do have climbing equipment, which definitely could have given you guys a bit of help.
Wow.
You know what? He'll shout down, he goes, hey, I forgot. There's climbing gear in the hole. With Veil's children. Yeah, there's climbing gear in a chest with those clothes I bought in case we had to disguise his kids.
Time to turn the hole inside out and see what we got.
But yeah, there's a chest. It's got like standard like clothes, like traveler's clothes if we had to dress up as zombies. And then there's climbing gear and shit in there too.
All right, so I'll open the hole. I'll open the chest and pull out a set of climbing gear and take it out. Close the chest back, put it back in the hole, tuck it up. Veil's going to hand the climbing gear to Apollyon and say, good luck, pal. And he will look at Eloise and say, get in. And he's going to cast Dimension Door on himself and Eloise to get them up onto this ledge.
Yeah, absolutely. So Eloise is just kind of looking at you confused, like, what? And she just walks over to you, and you just reach out and grab her arm really quick, and then and you disappear and reappear up next to Blood.
Yeah, I figure he'll shut down. He goes, we can put up the hut up here and take a rest. Well, if you want.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up real bad, bud.
Up there with Carrot.
I heard carrot.
Yeah, I couldn't really hear what was happening.
I see you're moving now, Blood. So maybe you'll be a little.
Can you
bit better.
hear me?
Yes.
Are you
No.
farming carrots?
He was gonna say, get the grappling hook up there. We'll secure it so you guys can climb up.
Matt, would you allow me to use 2 key points to jump twice to go up this cliffside?
You know what? I'll allow you to make the jump, make an acrobatics check. You hit the DC, your foot can hit the ledge, and you can jump again. DC's
Yeah,
going to be high.
Monks?
I don't think he can do it at this level yet. There
Oh,
is
I was gonna
there
say,
is
yeah,
an
I thought
ability you
could
can
up
run.
walls.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't-
Run up like vertical surfaces.
That's a 22 for acrobatics.
So you all watch as Liam crouches down, gets himself ready. He jumps up towards the ledge, goes about 50 or so feet, whatever your movement is. I can't remember.
55.
Yeah, 55 feet. Goes up 55 feet, right towards the ledge. Hits it, kicks off, and you just watch him go the opposite direction. He goes flying up, lands on the top of the ledge. Yeah, the DC was 20 that you had to hit for that.
Wow.
Awesome.
Nice.
And yeah, I was really hoping you were going to roll lower than a 20 because a 50-foot drop would have probably killed.
But he's a monk though.
Yeah, I can negate that anyway.
That's true. I forgot about that. But still, it would have been funny.
You know, what we need to do. So we need to go to bars like that are on a sheer cliff and just fucking keep throwing Kyle off or Liam off. He does this little slow fall thing, takes no damage. You're like, oh, he's dead, and then he just fucking climbs back up, and we just take gold from people.
Terrible.
Ah, that's funny.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Okay, so you guys have left everybody but Apollyon at the bottom of this 75-foot cliff, and he's just all looking up at everybody as Liam just jumps his way up.
I got my climbing gear.
Well, he could get that hook up there.
Go ahead and throw that grappling hook up there.
Make an
And,
athletics check.
All right. Come on, I just need a good one. I have +8 for God's sake.
Yeah.
Boom, baby.
Boom. Apollyon takes this grappling hook, begins twisting it around, launches it as hard as he can. It goes flying up in the air over everybody's head, hits a rock, gets stuck behind there. Apollyon tugs on it with all of his might, begins climbing up. Give me one more
secured it
athletics
himself.
check with advantage.
He didn't even need us to secure it. He secured that shit himself.
That's
Yeah,
a 16.
16 is exactly what you needed to hit to climb up this thing with a rope. So,
Okay.
hand over hand, Apollyon is just going, and it takes him 2 rounds. I mean, 12 seconds ain't nothing. You're just all watching, stunned as Apollyon is just hand over hand climbing his way up this rope and up the cliff.
It might look majestic.
Facing us.
As I say, it might look majestic, but now it's a fucking
Now,
nightmare.
now it's a nightmare just inching his way up there, this massive eldritch horror that as everybody's looking at it, it just kind of makes your mind want to just turn off the pure horror of the sight of him.
Makes me think of the scene of Aliens or the Xenomorphs climbing up the fucking side of the wall and just like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, and set up camp here.
As he's tucking the gear away, he goes, I'm really sorry I forgot about this, guys.
Are we setting up camp for
Yeah, because it's
an hour?
Well, it's getting nighttime.
Or-
I'd say let's set it up for a night's rest. I mean, we can hang out for a little while with like a fire, like for a few hours, but then we can do a full-on sleep if you want.
I think we should keep the fire low.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't have to have it huge. We can even do it inside the hut. We can just take a long rest now.
Well, we're relatively protected on all sides, except for from flying creatures, and if someone sends a whistle arrow again, you know.
Well, I mean, in all fairness,
Does the hut deflect objects?
the Sturges were
Nothing.
just
Well,
in the cliffs.
ooh, it deflects
summer.
magic. Magic can't get through. I would think it'd be kind of pointless if the fucking an arrow could get through there.
Yeah, no, you can't
People
get
you
through.
don't want can't get through, right?
Yeah, let me show you. I'll pull it up. I'm pretty sure it's impenetrable. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Sorry. Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Oh my god, I've got so many spells.
Immobile dome of force.
All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. And spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it.
Yeah,
So I
essentially
think,
it's
you know-
impenetrable.
Cool.
Which I mean, I don't feel like anything should be impenetrable. There's always some ways around it. But it definitely does not allow just regular things to go through.
Yeah, the disintegrate spell probably.
Yeah, disintegrate, and I'm pretty sure dispel magic would,
Yeah,
would get
dispel
rid of it
magic
too.
gets rid
Yes,
of it.
it
Yeah,
does.
if it's
It does. But yes, an arrow or just a sturge could not penetrate it.
So my question is, do we want to try to go to the top and have a long rest there, or are we good here? Or at least this next 90 feet.
I think if we keep going up, we're challenging this asshole. We should stay right here.
not often I agree with him, but I believe we should stay right here. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, we did go up 2 ledges, but whatever.
Okay. I'll take out my axe and I'll go over to this tree and start chopping it up into firewood.
And you can easily do so. It is a very large chunk of a tree that has fallen over, broke as it hit the ledge, and half of it fell down, and the other half is just kind of teetering there. You grab your axe and hit it and pull it back a little bit and begin chopping away, and you can easily get enough wood to start a fire. It's old wood. It's seasoned. It's been there for quite a while, so you know it'll make a pretty nice fire.
So I just question Apollyon as to why he wants a fire.
Well, you can do the fire inside the hut.
Just trying to make
And all the smoke be trapped in the hut?
Oxygen.
I don't know nothing about those kind of things ever since I gave my headband to blood.
Oxygen passes
If you're
through.
doing it
I
for-
would think smoke passes through.
If you're doing it for warmth, I would say we don't need it because it's going to be comfortable and dry in there anyway.
How about the sea? Better. Yeah, we can see it dark, but I don't care. What?
Yeah, I don't think fire is a good idea. Unless you're specifically having it to cook or something.
Well, he's gonna know where we are anywhere. Might as well make it easy for us to see. This can be outside of the hut.
Eloise chimes in and reminds you all that she does have her good berries spell, and that's what she's been feeding you all with. So
Yeah.
Okay.
You did eat one in the morning. That's enough nourishment for one day. Eating would be a pleasure at this point, but not necessarily necessary. And she'll make another one in the morning for everybody.
Okay.
Okay, works for me.
Yeah, that works because we gave all our damn food away.
And that's actually why you gave your food away, is because Eloise volunteered to be feeding you with her good berries throughout this journey.
All right, let's take that long rest.
But yeah, so what are you guys doing? You're building a fire. Veil is setting up his dome. Are you all wanting to do anything else during this time?
Nope.
I mean, practice with his, forger's kit, but that's about it. Unless we shout out.
If we're taking watches, I want to be on first watch, and I'll be sitting outside the dome.
Okay, 1 second here. So, Veil, are you setting it up just right here?
Hold on. Let me see.
You want to set it maybe closer to the this?
Yeah. Well, I would say back 5 feet, just so we have view the best view we could get. I think that will give us the most amount of view.
So right about there.
Yeah, I think that will be good.
Okay. So Apollyon builds a fire. You do get some. I'm not going to put the thing there. I'm not going to change the lighting right now. You build a fire. Eloise goes and heads into the dome, pulls out her pack, and begins setting up for the night. Liam sits down on the stump, and he's going to take first watch. What is everybody else doing?
Vale will be with Liam on the watch as well, and spending more time trying to figure out the last part of the Orcish language. So he's not going to be as attentive as he would normally be on watch by himself, but he's still going to be on partial watch while he rolls for his last.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with disadvantage, an intelligence check.
That is a 21.
Yeah, still not bad. You're getting the hang of it, and for that first hour or the first 2 hours you're sitting there, you're continuing to read it, and you feel like you at least have a rudimentary understanding of Orc. So you can speak it, but not fluently. It's like you understand kitchen Spanish. You have enough words that you can communicate and get your point across, but you're not going to get the nuance of everything yet. But you can rudimentarily speak it.
All right. So am I not adding it to my languages yet then?
You can add it to your languages, but put in parentheses that you're at a beginner's level. You're definitely not fluent yet. But you can. But if you're talking to an orc, you can probably pick out at least a decent amount of what they're saying.
Okay.
Anybody else doing anything?
Nope, just singing to myself.
Eloise is getting ready for bed, and she lays down and curls up. And then suddenly she sits up and she says, I think somebody's watching me again. And she's looking around and focusing on it, and I think it's gone, but I could have sworn for a moment I feel like somebody was watching me.
Oh, to bloody can. Is there anything we can do to stop this?
Was she inside the hut at that time?
She was.
And that's probably why. Because, I mean, would a scry spell be able to penetrate the hut?
Yeah, it pretty much focuses on the individual.
Magic can't pass through the hut, though.
If oxygen can, then vision
Magic.
can.
But it's a scry spell is magic.
That's up to the DM.
Magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast.
She just said she felt it being spied on. So what's your response to that?
That's what I'm wondering if she was inside the hut or not.
I said what I said.
Yeah.
He said she's inside the hut. She's inside the hut on the screen.
But yes, scrying can see through people in the dome. It's not. That's not a perfect thing. If you're on the material plane, if that's what it was, just for the sake of argument, a scry spell can see through a dome. But that was it for her. Sucks that she's not here today. Anyway, Liam and Veil, you're both taking watch. Veil's inside the dome. Liam's outside of it. Go ahead and make perception checks.
23 from Liam.
6 from Vale.
Okay. So, Liam, you're keeping a very good eye out. And you've been watching this entire time. And you're looking for signs of movement, anything like that. Veil, you're more focused on your book. Getting those last little tweaks of idiom down to be able to understand orc language. Liam, you do see a bit of movement out there towards the edge of your vision. You estimate probably... God, it's... Let me see here, because it's actually... You're really far away from the edge of the map. Hold on a second.
It's still light enough to see, right? It's not dark yet.
It is getting dark, and you do have your dark vision goggles on, which actually goes about 60 feet. So
Yeah, but if it's not fully dark, then it would boost any existing vision. I think we've discussed before.
yeah, we have, and there's a bit of fire, and I was trying to judge, but you do see right on the edge of your field of vision, you do see a bit of movement. It's quick. You see it for half a second, and when you look again, you're relatively certain you saw something moving out there.
Veil! Veil!
Yeah.
Look up from your damn book. Come on, we need to go check this out.
Check what out?
We need to go... I saw something over here. We need to check it out.
Vale looks at his book and looks up at Liam and looks at the scratch and gash in his stomach and looks back at his book. He gets up and he walks out with Liam.
Excellent. Yeah, I'd like to go see if this thing left a message or if it's still there. I want to go over that direction. If it's on the same level that we're currently on, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
So, Veil, hold on one second. The way I understand the spell, you have to remain inside your hut for it to be up.
Yeah, he can't leave.
The moment you left, you get up and walk out, kind of distracted by Liam. And
Yep.
you walk over to him, and the moment you step out of the dome, pop, it vanishes.
And as he hears the pop, he closes his eyes and puts his hand on his forehead like, "You idiot, I can't believe it happened again. I can't believe you just completely didn't take something into consideration again." He's saying in his head, but as to not be embarrassed or called out, he continues to follow Liam.
Alright, I'm probably not paying too close attention to Veil, so I don't even notice the dome's gone down, we'll say.
So where exactly are you guys heading? Now, I did say in the distance, probably around 90, 100 or so feet out, down towards the bottom of the map, you could see movement.
Okay.
Not on this cliff level that we're currently at?
No. It's somewhere like out in this direction.
Okay. So
Okay.
I reach my hand out for Liam to hand me the goggles of night because Eloise has mine,
Yeah, I'll hand them over.
and I pop them on and see if I can see anything because it doubles my vision.
Go ahead and make a
My night
perception
vision.
check.
All right. All right. I'm going to use a lucky point to re-roll that perception check because I took the lucky feat at 8th level.
Hell yeah.
That is a 12.
Oh my god.
You walk over to the edge of the cliff, and you're beginning to look around. And you can't see anything out there. No movements, no nothing. And just
take the goggles off.
irritation hits you in that
I
moment.
take the goggles off and I hand them to Liam and I say, "This is what you called me away from my studies for. There's nothing down there."
Believe what you will. None of my damn concern anyway.
All right. I start heading back towards the rest of the group, and do they notice that the bubble is gone, or are they sleeping?
They're all sleeping. None of them
Okay.
noticed anything. You're walking away from Liam. You go past the fallen tree and go heading towards them. And as you do, apparently I have the 2GM highlighted instead of the public, and I'm kind of disappointed because it was a nat 20.
Oh no, what'd you roll for?
Well, as you guys can go and look at the stream later to see it. It is actually there. An arrow comes flying out towards you, Veil, as you're walking back towards the group, and
Yep.
it hits you.
Wait, did you say it was wait, hold on. All you said was a nat 20, correct?
It was an
I'm
arrow.
going to use a luck point to not make that a crit.
Okay, you can do that. So he has to re-roll that.
No, I'll re-roll it. That is a 7.
Okay, so that would be a 16 to hit.
Okay, and that does not hit.
That does not hit. So as you're
Beefy
walking,
wizard.
as you're walking over there, an arrow just goes flying right past your nose, almost hitting the tip, but just barely misses. And you look, your eyes wide, freaked out in that moment that you almost were hit. And you look down, and there is an arrow just a little bit away from you on the ground, stuck in the ground, with a note attached to it.
And I pick up the arrow and I look over at Liam, and it looks like he's about to say sorry for doubting him And, it looks like he's about to say, "I'm sorry for doubting you." This is what Liam would picture, I would assume. "I'm sorry for doubting you. You're definitely right. You saw something." But instead, Vale casually tossed it to him and says, "I think this is for you." And he continues to walk away. As he just
look at him and go, "Why didn't you catch it?"
he definitely is counting his blessings of Louth right now, because I'm pretty sure that would have dropped him. It definitely would have dropped him with his 15 hit points.
Yeah, I'm just curious what this would have been.
Roll it.
14.
14.
Oh, I would have been at 1 hit point. Wait, is that it? There's no other plus?
There would have been. He would have gotten sneak attack for it as well.
It was and it would have doubled the dice damage with the crit. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have.
Wow.
I've got potions on me. I could have saved you. You'd be.
I definitely would have dropped though. I guess that's what the story is.
Yeah, you definitely.
So,
Okay.
But anyway.
As Liam, as I hand that over, I'm gonna continue to I'm gonna start ritually casting Liam's tiny hut again,
Okay.
and leave it up to Liam to do what he will with the arrow.
So you sit back down and begin ritually casting it. Liam's tiny hut again. It does take 11 minutes. Liam, you catch the arrow and open it up, and on it is a single, very small sheet of paper, whatever. It has 2 words on it. Last chance.
All right, I'm gonna hang on to that until morning to reveal to these guys.
Okay. That is it for the first 2 watches, or the first watch anyway. Vale, I assume, are you taking the second watch on your own?
Yeah. Everyone's sleeping. There's 4 watches, right? Or are there 3?
Yeah, 4 watches.
Yeah, I'll take the.
Yeah, I guess I'll be in the hut if I'm going to sleep.
Okay. Liam heads back into the hut right after Vale recreates it. Vale, you sit down and begin watching for the next 2 hours of your watch. Give me another perception check.
22. That's a natural 20.
It was. And I imagine you're still wearing those goggles, or did you give them back?
I did give them back, but
Okay.
I do have pretty good dark vision.
You do have pretty good dark vision, and you're kind of sitting out there watching. And the hell of it is, you do see some movement. And you look immediately. And you look down, and about 60 feet towards the bottom, or actually farther than that, but towards the bottom of the cliff below you, you're looking down, and you see a rabbit dart from one rock to a bush. And the moment that it happens, your eyes went to it, and then you couldn't help but wonder in your mind, was that what fucking Liam saw? But then you remembered the arrow.
It is the rabbit. Yeah.
But then you remembered that arrow. And the moment you remembered that arrow, you look back at Liam, and then you hear tink, and your eyes turn, because you got that nat 20. You see an arrow on the ground, just outside the hut.
Can I see if is there parchment on it, or is it an arrow by itself?
There is not. It's an arrow by itself. And about 10 minutes later, tink, another arrow on the ground.
If we keep this up, we'll have a bunch of arrows. All right. How long's it been for this watch?
If you wait till about, it was probably about 30 minutes into your second watch when this happened. And
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna drop this hut. We're safe right now in it. Whoever's watches next, I'll let them know what the situation is. But there's no way I'm dropping this hut in the dark with all of us still needing rest.
And probably a good thing that you do, because you spend your next hour rest, and nothing happens for the last of your watch. And you go and wake. I can't remember who is the next person.
I think Blood was next, or Apollyon.
I just want to say before I go to sleep, I'm going to reassert control over my minions.
Yep, you can definitely do that.
I have
Blood
2
can take
animate
this
dead
one. I'll
left.
take the last watch.
Okay, so Apollyon takes the third watch, and Veil does let him know what all. Excuse me. I got the hiccups, and I keep hiccuping and then burping, and it's really annoying. But after reasserting control over his zombies, Veil goes over, wakes up Apollyon, the absolute horror that he is, for his watch, and goes to bed. And as you're laying down and just getting ready to settle in, Veil, you hear another tink from a third direction.
Hmm.
And you can see 3 arrows now, which I'll even just kind of dot for you.
And I let Apollyon know what the situation is, and I say, what was that?
Oh, I put little white dots that show where the arrows are. Can you see them, or do I need to make them darker?
I can't see him.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
How about now?
I see little red dots.
Yep, 3
yeah.
little red dots. Those are the 3 arrows that's hit the dome so far.
Yeah. All right. So I let Apollyon know, and I kind of let him know we're safe in here. Please do not go outside. I don't feel like having to clean up a porcupine in the morning.
Okay, Apollyon.
I don't know what a porcupine is. I'm a minotaur.
Go ahead and make your perception check.
You got it. Oh, sorry. Not supposed to be advantage. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, that's a 3. Okay, so you settle in, and as you're sitting there, it's boring. What's going on? Why are you even doing this, Apollyon? There's no reason to. You're safe in the dome. And then you begin to feel your eyes start to droop. And you fall asleep.
All right. I needed that nice, relaxing sleep.
When all of you wake up, it's about 7:30 in the morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning when the sun gets to that point where it can peek over the horizon and hit you guys on the side of the mountain. Your eyes first start adjusting to the light, and you're tired. One of you gets up first. Who knows who it is? But whoever it is looks around and realizes that everybody around you is sound asleep. The dome has disappeared. And around you are arrows. Just in a circle. So I don't remember how long. If it lasts 8 hours. So
8 hours,
You woke up after that point. So maybe the sun is a bit higher than you were expecting it to be. You all wake up.
How long does the hut last?
8 hours. So if you cast it at 10 o'clock, 8. Let's see.
It'd be 6 if it was at 10.
Yeah, so it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock that you guys are waking up. And you're looking around, and whoever it is that woke up kind of begins moving around, waking up everybody else. And you realize you're all asleep. The dome is gone. And there's a circle of arrows around you. 8 of them, in fact.
I like to think that it was Veil that was up because he doesn't really sleep. He kind of goes into a trance. And as he's waking everyone up, he notices that he went to bed with 3 arrows and possibly a 4th hitting the hut, and he notices a lot more. So he's waking him up, and he especially goes over to Liam and says, "Liam, get up. I think your friend's been busy," or friends, plural. And I point out the arrows and how we're unprotected.
Right. Shit. The one with the message may have said last chance. I may have forgotten to mention that last night.
That's what the arrow said?
Right.
Well, he didn't really give us any time to leave.
No, and that's what's unreliable about this. So we may have to kill that motherfucker.
Well, I feel like it's further down than it is up. So what do you say about going up on the last ledge here and see where we go from there, get our bearings?
You know what Apollyon says? Anybody that's shooting rocks at Apollyon in the middle of the night is a coward, and we're gonna put the smackdown on his
He's gonna smack you. He's like, "You're the one that was fucking on the brief."
And and his voice just echoes across the mountainside. You just hear that reverberation of his voice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, would it be that, or would it be
Probably a little bit. Yeah, it was definitely disconcerting.
Don't be interrupting my monologue. That's all I've got.
Hey, who didn't wake me from my my watch?
Huh? What?
You.
Look here, I had to recover my strength.
Yeah, you could have stayed up for 2 hours. That's all you needed. No more screaming. It's just like him was singing on the mountain. Don't do it.
All right, animals, let's gather up these arrows and start heading up.
Oh, it hurts because it's true. Oh, you fucking bastard.
Veil will go around with his mage hand, scooping up the arrows and tucking them in Blood's quiver. Maybe investigating one on his own.
Or is it just notes?
Blood doesn't shoot arrows.
I've got a regular bow.
And as you pick up the arrows, the thing that you notice, blood from a stone, because you've been an archer your entire life. The one thing that you really that strike you as you pick these up is, number one, the arrowheads themselves, super sharp, but extremely simply made. It's almost as if someone just melted some metal and poured it into a very simple, slight indentation of a shape and then sharpened it. This is very much a handmade arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
The arrow's shafts, very decently carved. Balance spot on. Feathers appear to be each one is random, and it's almost as if the feathers were forged.
Ooh.
Forged meaning found. Meaning found out in the
Oh, I
wild.
thought you said forged.
Not
I
forged.
thought that too. I was
Sorry,
like, good
forage.
God. Yeah.
Foraged.
I was like, this guy's awesome. I want to meet this guy.
Forged fletchings.
I forged feathers, yo.
These are very well made, and he did them. Whoever did this did them themselves.
Could you tell what kind of have you ever seen anything like this?
Well, I mean, I've made my own arrows in the past. I mean, it's all handmade. I mean, there's no tinker marks or anything. This guy he belted this shit down and poured it himself. And these arrows, I mean, they're perfect. I mean, I would love to talk.
You're just saying we should feel honored that he shot these fine arrows at us.
No, what I'm saying is this guy does truly live up here. He made these. He didn't go down and purchase them somewhere. He lives here. So we can, for certain, he's...
Right, but he doesn't want to talk to us. He wants us to get off the mountain. That's pretty clear at this point.
Well, I'm not saying he will, but I would relish the chance to talk to him. But I don't know if we're ever going to get that chance.
This guy's like Rambo.
He didn't accept my parlay. He doesn't accept my pirate code.
We don't know
that pirate code are savages.
You don't even know that he found your arrow.
Actually, he sent a response.
That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean he found your arrow. He just said, "Get off my land," and then he sent one saying, "Last chance."
You like someone that says, "Did you see my arrow?"
You are assuming that he saw it. You have no idea.
You're right. What would you like to do, oh great master lord, sir?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Condescending asshole. How about we keep going on, because we don't have a choice. It's either certain death going down the mountain and meeting the army, or we just go on and we see if we can find this person.
All right, but we better hurry, because we're going to all have a bunch of arrows in our ass in about a minute.
I agree.
So
Let's get this show!
Oh my God. Somebody kick him down the mountain. Kick him down the mountain.
And Apollyon's disgruntly, horrible voice just echoes across the mountain one last time. And you guys hear a little bit of a rumble and a little bit of a shake.
Apollyon, I'm gonna request a ride on your back. I don't think I can make it up this alone on my own, and I suggest you drink the potion of spider climb.
I assume about this time, Alyssa would suggest her polymorph again into a bird.
Well, she could.
Oh yeah, the owl.
She does have that ability. So actually, I need to go ahead and.
I mean, yeah, I could use the grappling hook in that to climb and bring a couple people again.
Oh, she does cast Goodberry and gives everybody a Goodberry for the day.
Sure.
I will say that.
All right.
Yeah, I understand we have to puppet her to some degree.
Yeah. Beyond that, she does say that, yeah, she could polymorph herself to fly, but the last time she did that, she was shot out of the sky.
How about into a giant spider?
Because I feel like she would have said that.
Right, but that's a bit faster than climbing up slowly by yourself. I don't know. It seems like we're a sitting target either way.
Can she polymorph into a giant spider
Probably.
or wild shape?
Yeah, I mean, let me see. What's a giant spider?
I think she can do, challenge rating level 3 or 4 or something like that?
Oh, no. She's like, that's a lot lower than that. But it's a giant spider is a 1, and that's a large creature. So she could theoretically turn into a giant spider and carry somebody up.
All right. Does she wild shape into the giant spider?
I mean, if you guys are asking her to, she will.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Did anybody take the arrows, by the way?
Yeah, I scooped them all up and put them in Blood's quiver.
Okay, so you have 8 masterwork arrows.
Ooh.
They don't do any extra damage. That just
Really
signifies
nice.
that they're really nice and could potentially be enchanted. If someone wanted
Are
to.
they +1 to attack or +1 to damage?
No, masterwork just means that they're made by a master craftsman.
Gotcha.
That's all it is.
You said they could potentially be enchanted?
Yeah, a masterwork weapon or armor or whatever could be enchanted. You have to find somebody to enchant them, but it's better. It takes away some of the cost.
Okay.
Dope.
All right, so who wants to go up on Eloise's back first? I assume Veil.
Well, has she
Yeah,
transformed yet?
if you guys are asking her to, she will transform into a giant spider.
And as she does, Veil's eyes get extremely wide and his jaw drops and he trembles a little bit and bows his head. For a brief minute, he thinks it's Lalth.
And Eloise is standing right there in front of you, and she kind of skitters over to you, lifts one of the its legs, and taps you gently on the head.
He is in the moment right now. He is just loving this, kind of whispering to himself, I hope I've pleased you. I've been doing all that I could and killing all that I could, and I just hope I've pleased you. He whispers, it's almost like he wants to believe so bad that this is the true law, and but he, in the back of his head, he knows it's not, but he just wants maybe she could see him in real life, in wherever he is, and showing respect.
I assume he snaps out of it when he sees that she's like pearl white.
No, that's probably
she-
actually makes it more so for him. The spider being albino, like you see just a little bit of chub there as he's staring at this giant spider. Like it's just everything he's ever wanted and more. And Eloise, not knowing anything of what's going on, she's just like, okay, he's being weird. She kneels down a little bit, puts her head down, and waits for you to climb on.
Okay, and he kind of, in a daze, snaps out of the thought that it actually is really his god, and climbs on the back, and he still has a smile on his face as he continues to ride.
Yeah, you ever see those kids when they go to Six Flags and they get in the teacups for the first time? That's Vale's face right now.
Yeah.
And Vale climbs onto Eloise, and you just see that big smile on his face, and Eloise just gets up and starts skittering up the cliffside. And I think
Don't worry, I know all too well about the spider infatuation.
probably about right there. And I think that's a good place to pause for a break. Okay, everybody. We will be back in about 15 minutes. Stay. Howdy, everybody. Welcome back. We are here with the Faab Five, who spent a restless evening being pinged at by arrows inside their hut, making it pretty clear that whoever it is that's firing these arrows doesn't want them there. In the morning, they woke up and decided to keep going up the cliffs. Eloise transformed into a giant spider. Vale had a coming to Jesus moment as he saw it, and then climbed on its back. And Eloise has been slowly climbing up the cliff itself with Vale on his back. on her back. As I said when we last left off, she was about 60 feet up. And all of you are kind of watching her as she does this. And as she gets past that 60-foot mark, 70 foot, 80 foot, she makes it to the top. So what are you all wanting to do?
I assume she'll climb back down and ferry the next person up.
Yeah, she could very easily do that. She deposits Veil at the top. Veil gets off her back, and she starts making her way back down.
I'd say tell Blood to go next.
Blood gets on Eloise's back. You make it go up to the top of the cliff.
I say to Blood before they take off, see what Bill's doing up there. See if he sees anything.
All right, I will. I'll get a hook ready. And I'll throw it down in case you need it.
And just like that, Eloise climbs her way up the side of the cliff in her spider form with Blood on her back, feeling really uneasy. Because that's a giant spider. And even though you know it's your friend, it's got to be a little creepy.
Hey, maybe he's into 8-legged porn. You don't know that. Don't judge.
And I'm not going to judge him. Whatever. But you do make it to the top.
Yeah, he's going to start doing a lookout, making checks. He's going to have his crossbow ready to go.
Make a perception check.
Only you go next.
That is 27.
Apollyon climbs on Eloise's back, and she begins making her way up. And as she's making her way up, you see something at the very edge of your vision. It's now probably around 7 o'clock. The sun is getting overhead. And you do see some movement in a bush at the very far edge, at the bottom of the cliff.
Like this?
Like down at the very bottom of the cliff, one of these bushes down here. Yeah, just
gotcha.
imagine
Way
past that.
down.
Yeah. Yeah, probably about, that's probably around 250 feet. You just barely notice the movement down there.
Mm-hmm.
But Apollyon, you do get to the top. Eloise deposits you on the edge of the cliff as Blood is looking out and sees this.
Well, he'll have his short bow, since his hand crossbow probably won't make it that far. He's going to have his short bow out ready. And he's going to have the +1 arrows that he bought. He's going to have some of those with him.
So are you holding an action, or are you...
He's going to watch that spot, and he's going to have an arrow cocked, ready to bring it up and fire.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Well, you said the bush is moving.
Uh-huh.
So he's looking to see if something comes out of the bush, if he can tell.
Okay. So Liam climbs onto Eloise's back. The spider begins going up the side of the cliff. And as you're watching, you see some movement and a flash of gray that's coming out. Roll for attack. What's the range on a short bow, by the way?
320, I believe. Let me look real quick. Short bow. If it's even going to say it here. Fuck no, it probably won't. Item. Nope.
Yeah, you got the long shooter.
320.
320? Then yeah, you're good. Go ahead and roll for attack.
I gotta close all these extra fucking windows now. What? 20.
Okay.
Actually, that'd be a 21 since it's a +1 bolt, but I...
No, they're... What? +1? No, they're just masterwork. They're not +1.
No, I had bought +1 arrows from Mitchell.
Okay. I got you.
That's a 21. I didn't even think to click the box. It was like, oh, fuck, I actually made a damage modifier for that. But yeah, it's 21, so...
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, well, this will be... Oh, well, I guess if you give me the sneak, but it would be 10 +1 if you don't want to do the sneak.
Oh, you definitely have the sneak, so
27.
that's 27 points of damage. Your arrow goes shooting out as quick as can be. flying out at the gray blur that hit out of that bush. It impales it and punctures it down, almost like a pin going through a dead bug on a bug collection.
Mm.
And you watch, and you realize it's just a little ball of fur,
Bill,
a rabbit.
you'll look at Van and be like, see that fucking shot, though? Yeah, that's all right.
And Eloise gets to the top of the cliff, sees what you did, looks back down, and you just hear this horrible scream come out of this poor spider. Ah! And she transforms back into Eloise.
Hey,
what did you do?
it could have been somebody in wild shape, or it could have been somebody in that bush. That's what they saw the other night.
It's just a little bunny.
Yeah, well, it's stuck to the side of the mountain. That's all. It's the way of life.
And she just slaps you right across the face. Her turns around, walks away. The tail turns around and smacks you too. Take a point of damage.
She's not even here to get her epic.
I know she probably would have done it better, but absolutely.
I'd be like, but I'll look at it and be like, but you saw that fucking. I mean, that's a goddamn good shot, right? Yeah. So I'm not upset. I am not upset.
So, Eloise back in her dragonborn form, very, very angry at Blood from Stone right now.
Sorry. Kind of.
Kind of, sort of, not really.
Yeah, no, it's fucking awesome shot, guys. See that shit? That was great. Hey, maybe whoever's shooting this shit at us will see that and they'll be like, God damn, that's a good shot. And they won't want to kill it anymore. Huh? He's walked away.
Yeah, Eloise completely has just walked away from you and is angry. Her arms are crossed, her tail snapping against the ground. She's in a huff and pretty much not looking in your direction whatsoever, Blood. The rest of you, as you kind of gather and look about, you see that the area you're on continues as a bit of a mountain pass for a little bit of a ways. You can see a winding trail that does slope, and you can see enough of a walkway that you can probably continue on foot here. So these areas are rises, and basically it's a trail leading upward. You can see some brush, you can see some bushes here and there. And that's pretty much about it.
Let's get out of here before we get any more arrows shot at us.
Oh, they don't seem to be coming from behind us anyhow. Let's get to move on.
Vale's going to have his entourage come out of the hole and follow us. Kind of walk with surrounding him.
Okay, you can go ahead and pull out your zombies yourself.
Yep.
The road is winding, and you kind of start heading off in that direction, going about 40, 50 feet. You are starting to see snow at this point. There's quite a bit of it. And piling up in places here and there. And for some of you, your breath is starting to mist in front of you. It is getting a bit colder, and you all kind of shake a little bit. It's not unbearable at this point, but it's definitely getting colder. And the longer you're out at this point, the more chances of you getting sick or possibly worse.
Just for simplicity, can we say each zombie is 3? So I have to have 12 up here.
You're pulling 12 zombies out? Goddamn.
Yeah. And I'm going to do the chair thing And I'm also going to wrap myself in a wool blanket to keep warm. I have a wool blanket.
And probably a good thing that you do, because it's really cold and you're skinny as hell. And your teeth are definitely chattering as you wrap this wool blanket around you and your zombies begin to pick you up. Liam, for you as well. And Apollyon, you don't really wear a whole lot of clothing.
No.
I have in my pack here a winter blanket, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap that around myself.
Probably a good job. Blood from a stone, I figure out of the four of you, you're probably dealing with the cold the best because you do have fur. But you're still feeling the cold. Eloise, on the other hand, doesn't seem to bother her whatsoever. She doesn't act like she's noticed. She's more just very, very obviously not looking in your direction, Blood.
I don't know. She's full on vegetarian. I mean, has eaten meat.
It was a defenseless little bunny, though.
It was a defenseless little bunny. As her tail smashes down in the ground. That's totally Eloise. You know that.
But then again, you know,
argue with me there.
If you had a high enough passive, you hear Blood go, "It was a fucking 300-foot shot, though." Just real quiet. You're like, God, it's like I'm not upset.
Actually, I think she does have a pretty good passive perception. Yeah, she's got a 17. So
yeah, she probably heard he goes, "Damn good shot, though."
Yeah, and just a little bit of frost comes out of her nostrils.
He was expecting another hit, so I was about to take off another point.
You could hate the artist, but you got to appreciate the art.
Maybe so. Who knows?
So I'm also going to take out... I just have a bedroll. Can I just wrap myself in my bedroll? It's like a sleeping bag, right?
I mean, yeah, you can put it in.
You've at least got the cloak and manta ray.
Yeah, you do have a cloak too.
And you should have. Didn't you wear clothes during the party?
Oh yeah, I guess I do have that outfit. Yeah, I got a couple layers I can put on.
So now Cthulhu is wearing a fucking outfit with a flowing cape.
Yeah.
Well, right. I mean, I assume he still has the cloak of the manta ray on. But
yeah, you have manta on, right? You're all manted out.
But it's like a gibbering mouther on legs is wearing a tuxedo mask outfit. It's really disconcerting. It's horrible to look at.
Behold, my alter ego, El Toro Fuerte.
And everyone just screams a little bit on the inside.
All right, let's get moving, El Toro.
More like El Toro Puke.
So you guys just continue walking on, making your way around up the cliffside, following along the trails leading upward. It's honestly rather quiet. It's strange. You kind of think to yourselves as you're walking up. You haven't seen an arrow fire in the better part of an hour as you all are walking.
Well, they were tending to be below us for a lot of those shots. I'd say keep the pace up. Maybe they'll be behind us.
Who has the highest passive perception?
Let's get 18.
Or maybe they're circling around in front of us.
If she's got 17, Blood's got an 18. Okay. I mean, I would think Liam's probably.
Does anybody have higher than an 18?
No,
not on passive. No.
Okay, no. So Blood, as you're walking, and you've been kind of keeping an ear out, and you hear something crunching high above you on the mountainside, and you all kind of shush everybody, and pause. Go ahead and give me an actual perception check. You can do that with advantage because everyone's kind of looking around.
This will actually... Oh, I'll have to roll it again since I only rolled it with one. Let me... It is either a... Ooh, we're going to go with the 22.
To a net 19.
Okay. So you pause, and you're listening, and you definitely can hear the sounds of crunching, boots hitting snow, and other things moving through snow as well. You're looking around, and high above you, you would just be able to see the very tip tops of helmets, large horn things moving high above you on the mountainside. You can just barely see it.
That'd be
at
like
the
up
field.
here.
Yeah, it'd be like right up here.
Okay. And they can't see us yet.
Well, they haven't. At least you don't. As far as you know, you haven't been seen because you just paused hearing this. You have a moment. If you want to be stealthy, you can all roll stealth checks.
He'll quickly get up, tell everybody quiet. He'll tell Veil like get down. And I guess is this a wall? Is this like a little cliff face kind of?
This is a little cliff face. It's probably about 7-8 feet high. Okay. It's enough for you to get behind.
Yeah.
I think Eloise would use her pass without a trace out of her staff.
Yeah.
He'll quickly wave everybody against the wall and be like,
before she does that, if you're waving everybody to move, I want everyone to roll stealth checks right now.
I'll do my like loud whisper of like Apollyon is being stealthy.
fucking hell.
Oh wow.
Double 27 for blood.
It's a 13 for Veil.
Oh shit! I rolled a net too. I'm a 10.
Well, Eloise.
Yeah. So, all of you, blood, hearing this, said, "Shh, everyone," and pointed to the wall, and everyone started moving in that direction. Apollyon, blood, you two were perfectly fine. The rest of you are heading in that direction, some a little bit more loudly than others. Honestly, Veil, you are going to have to roll for each of the zombies that are around you. However, it didn't matter when Eloise rolled a 0.
Yeah.
When her tail rolled a 0.
So she turns, and as she turns, her tail wraps around her leg, and she trips and falls flat on her face, boom, right here, and just lets out the loudest squeak you've ever heard from her. Ah! And as she lays on the ground, you hear, blood, with your passive perception. What languages do you speak?
I have Tabaxi, obviously, Common, Elvish, and then the ones I got with, I guess we're saying he remembers, was Orc, Giant, and Dwarvish.
Okay, so if you know Giant, you would have heard a voice say in Giant, "Something's over there. Boys, go!"
All right. Boys.
I need everyone roll for initiative.
Click your characters.
Click your characters, please.
$17.
16.
14.
Surprisingly low. And the zombies go on your turn, right? You don't have to roll them. Their own initiatives.
Yeah, correct. If I had, which I should have done last night, prepared my owl, it would have been good.
If you've got the components.
No, it takes an hour. I should have done it. I should have done it last night. I forgot to though.
Since I hear them say this, I guess I don't suppose you'd let me get off shot before he sends them out, would you?
Oh no. You heard that right in that moment, so we're going to see who gets to go first.
Oh, well, it's going to be one of the wolves, but...
Okay, Veil, did the zombies go on your turn?
Yeah,
Yes.
he said that. I was curious about that, too.
Okay, let me do Eloise real quick.
Watch, she's going to get a nat 20 here.
Oh no.
Make up for her 1. Her 0.
Okay.
We gotta boost that girl's dex.
Hey, she'd be happy she's in double digits.
Well, for this, yes.
Right? I just think Dex should never be your dump.
Hey, you know what? With her boots, do the boots of Elvenkind give advantage on dex checks? I know the cloak does.
Let me look, because that's actually a good question.
You have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. Well, it relies on moving silently.
So she would have, actually. Though I still feel like it would have been funnier if she
I know, but I mean, it's up to the group if we wanted to re-roll it or.
Man.
I mean, so it would have been a 15 had she rolled it.
Yeah.
However, even without that,
You could say Liam's
10
10,
would have, and honestly, so would have Veil's 13.
Like the zombies drop him or something.
Yeah. So no
No,
matter
they didn't drop me.
so no matter what, this would have happened. But we'll just
Yeah.
whatever. It's fine.
Just gotta remember that because I was like, wait, she's got those boots on.
Yeah, I'm glad. Remind me that next time.
Normally good.
Next time I will. Because it wasn't until I was like, wait, she rolled a 0 and still. I was like, no, she gets advantage.
Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, first wolf comes charging towards you, and you guys see running down this embankment towards you. You see this gigantic white wolf racing directly towards you. It's got a few companions, so I'm going to do this as quick as I can. Okay, so that's 3 wolves that come running down from above you along this embankment towards the edge, and you just see all 3 of these huge, monstrous beasts, huge teeth, huge claws, bright yellow eyes, all looking directly towards you all. Apollyon, it's your turn. Now, I will remind you, as we're looking at this, what the heck? That was supposed to be. Second, please.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry about that. I was just fixing it so the audience can see the map. But, Apollyon, it is your turn, and looking above you, about 7 feet up, that's about how far this embankment is right here, is 7 feet up, you can see 3 wolves, 1, 2, 3, there in front of you. So what do you want to do?
Let's see. I think. So if I moved up, like, up this way, would I be able to get, like, on their level? Basically?
No,
to the
not
side, or-
exactly. So, the farther up you're getting, the shorter the embankment is. Right here, it's about 7 feet. about right here, it would be 5 feet. So you could use 5 feet of movement. Or actually, it would be 10 feet of movement because it's at an incline, so it'd be rough terrain. But you.
What about right here?
Right there, I would make you take an athletics check, but you could, if you make a good athletics check, you could just scale that and still have about 10 feet of movement from where you are right now.
Okay, so that's 15 to there, and then it's going to cost me like 10 or...
That would cost you another 10 right there to get to right that point.
Okay.
If you make your athletics check.
Alright.
I'm allowing that as a bonus action.
Okay, cool. Athletics.
Yeah, that's right.
18.
Yeah, you're good. You go running up the side, grabbing, because you're just about that tall. Grab the edge of the ledge, heave yourself up, roll, and get to your feet once again. And you are up there next to that white wolf.
Alright, I'm going to use my Javelin of Lightning special ability to turn into a lightning bolt as I call down the power of Zeus. I mean Apollyon.
So what are you doing? You're throwing... What the fuck?
Oh,
What the heck?
Oh shit, I don't even know how that happened. I meant to just copy the text from the Javelin of Lightning.
Okay, so you're throwing the Javelin of Lightning. I got you.
That like everything in your inventory.
Yeah, I have no idea how it did that. Okay. I can't remember what I'm supposed to roll for that. Just an attack roll?
Okay, so what you need to do is you need to roll an attack. If you're hitting this person here, then you would throw it at a line, and these two would be making their saving throws, and this person would be based on your throw. Does that make sense?
Can I just take one more step here and hit all three?
It would anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm going to aim at the one farthest away, and then they're going to be in the way.
So
Okay.
the last one in the line, you roll to attack, and the javelin throws what hits him. The other two has to make the DC 13 death saves.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Oof, that's an 11. I'm going to use a lucky point to re-roll that one.
Go ahead.
$17.
17 will hit.
All right.
Our druid is incoming.
All right, they both fail. So each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, takes 4d6 lightning damage.
Yeah.
I guess that's the part I don't.
They all failed, so roll your Javelin of Lightning attack first. So 10 points of piercing damage hits the White Wolf at the end, and then 18 points of damage of lightning damage hits the two wolves in the line.
I think the lightning damage hits the third one as well automatically.
Yeah, it says it takes both.
It takes both.
So
28.
So the first two take 18 and the last one takes 28.
Got it. Okay.
And that's my turn.
One second. Okay, so Apollyon launches this javelin that just turns into this pure bolt of light. It goes flying through the air, striking the one at the far end. Lightning crackles over the other two in front of him, and they all take a decent amount of damage. So that's your action, your bonus action, and your movement, Apollyon.
Yep. You know, I thought about being stealthy, but it's just not my style.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Okay, next we come to Blood from a Stone. What are you doing?
With the my stealth roll, I guess would it be fair to say that the giants did not see me? I had a 27.
Hold on a second. Probably, but let's double check.
I got a disadvantage to see him since he's got the cloak on.
Yeah, you can assume that it didn't see you.
Yeah, well then he is going to kind of... You said right around here was 5 feet?
Yeah.
Alright, well he's going to creep up along that and then pop up, and with a blazing bowstring shot, he's shooting at this one.
You sharpshooting or no?
No, we'll go sharpshooter the second time around. We want to see what we can hit with, and then we'll go sharpshooter. That is, I don't know. Oh, take off the +1 because it's not a user real bow. It's a 22.
Okay, so you're using the bow?
Yeah, no, I'm using yeah, he's using his Grove Ajar stolen can crossbow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a 22 is gonna hit.
And then, let me turn off the crossbow bolt damage since I'll remember this time. That is 22 plus 8 would be 30, but since he hasn't gone a turn and I was surprised, that is 60.
It was not a surprise round.
But they haven't gone in combat yet, and he was hidden.
No, they have had a turn. They just moved.
The giants haven't had a turn.
Oh, the giant.
I'm not shooting the wolves. I'm going for the big dog. Yeah, hold on.
Pop me up, assassinate one more time. Okay, you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. In addition, any hit you score is a critical. So yeah, that would be a critical hit.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to be that guy, but the giants did say something's over there.
That was before combat.
Well, hold on. Because he was hidden, he had advantage. Okay? Because he was hidden, he did have advantage. The text says you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. So, which he did because they didn't take a turn in combat yet. They did say something's there, but they had not moved in combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised. Now, they are not surprised.
But they don't know where it's coming from, is what I would argue.
But it doesn't matter. They are not surprised in this round because you are not in a surprise round.
Come here, dog.
So
They're on their guard. I mean,
yeah, they were on their guard. They knew it was there. You would have advantage either way, but it is not a critical hit because it is not a surprise attack.
Sorry, my dog's going apeshit.
So
Fine.
it is 30 points of damage, and it was on this guy here.
The one in front.
The one in front, this guy. Okay.
We'll call him Oleg, and this one is, I don't know, Bjorn. That's it. And then where's the wall? I guess what's its height as it goes further along?
Okay, so right where you are, it's about 5 feet. It's probably another 10 feet over here. So there is a bit of elevation there, but not a lot.
Enough he can crouch and hide?
You can certainly try.
Oh, he could certainly try. 24.
Pulling your cloak over you, you duck back against the wall, and as far as you know, you're probably hidden, maybe.
That is him.
Okay. Next off, we are at a winter wolf. Let's see. The winter wolf comes running over to the edge, and he is just pouncing and doing basically a grapple in the center of these this gigantic horde of zombies and a person in the center. So it's actually doing a grapple check against you, Veil.
Wait, which one?
The wolf.
Oh, I thought he already went. running up here.
No, it's his turn right now.
Did he go
Yeah,
twice?
Wait.
I
a
thought
minute.
these three rushed
Wait a
up
minute.
here.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah, because there's one up top.
Yeah, because those three use their movement
yep,
to get right
nope,
there.
Nope. Sorry. It looks like I moved the wrong one when I moved them. That's my bad. So we're gonna retroactive. That guy's still up here. This guy was down, so I'm gonna move him where he would be. So he would have been there.
What about the damage I dealt him?
Yeah, so that takes that damage away because he wasn't there.
Well, it would have been, yeah, actually, it would not have been that guy because the other one was at a weird angle, and I don't think you would have been able to hit that guy from where he was.
Nope.
Okay. Quick retcon, back to game. Let's die!
Yeah, sorry about that. That's my bad. But so that guy's turn, he would have then been able to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 80. So he would actually just run up to you, Apollyon, and stopped right there with his action and his movement.
Okay.
Welcome Alyssa to play the part of Eloise again.
Oh, hey, there you are, Alyssa.
Hey.
Nice. We're happy to have you here. So just to kind of get you up to speed, y'all have been kind of trying to figure out what was going on with the guy shooting the arrows, and he eventually sent another message warning you this was your last chance to get off the mountain. You guys ignored him and went to sleep on the cliffs, and when you woke up, there was a bunch of arrows circling the dome. You all everybody convinced you to turn into a giant spider, and spider climb them up the cliff. And once they did, you were getting them all off. And in the middle of that, Blood, who is keeping an eye out, saw something move in a bush. He shot and fired just as a tiny little bunny rabbit came running out of the bush, and he shot it and killed it, kind of like a bug in a bug collection. You got kind of pissed off at him for that, and you're currently not speaking to him. And as you guys were traveling and continuing up the mountain, despite what the archer had told you, as you were climbing, a group of frost giants and winter wolves spotted you, because one of the group rolled really, really badly. We won't say who, but
you rolled a 0.
Yep.
But in the end, there's a bunch of wolves around you right now, and it is Necthros Veil.
Am I still the spider, or am I myself?
You are yourself.
Okay.
All right, so Vale's going
Just pick
to
up good berries and polymorph, and you're set.
have the have his zombies carry him this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, about here. And he's going to cast. Which one of those wolves? I know we had to ret on it. Or wait, no, that third wolf over here, is this the one that took all that damage?
That was the one that he primarily targeted, yes.
Okay, so that one took the 28 damage. Hold on one second. Veil is going to drop with his that won't work. He's just going to point at the one that took the 28 damage, and he's going to Toll the Dead for right now. And as his it's going to be a DC 16 Wisdom save. And with his free action to talk, he's going to whisper over to Eloise, or not even whisper, just speak over to Eloise. Let's get a combo going. And I'll let her take that as, whatever she wants. I'll follow up with something else. So she could cast whatever spell, and I'll follow it up with something else.
So 11 points of damage to the wolf, and you do see blood starting to trickle out of its ears, this one over here.
Alright. And I'm done.
Okay. That's it for Veil's turn. Next up, we got this guy here. The one that just got shot by blood from a stone. He's looking in that direction. You can't see blood from a stone. You can't see what hit him. You can't see Apollyon being surrounded by wolves. And in the very far distance, let's see here. Yeah, he can definitely see Veil. He looks around on the ground, picks up a rather big rock, hefts it, and lobs it directly at Veil. That shouldn't have been a disadvantage, but it would still be a 20. Does a 20 hit Veil?
It would, but Veil's going to use his reaction to produce a shield, giving himself 23 AC and deflecting that rock.
And as you pull up that shield, that rock slams against it and drops down to the ground. And it's a pretty damn big rock. It's not like a tiny little sling stone. It's more about the size of probably a watermelon.
Veil's very impressed.
Another one is picked up, and another rock is thrown. This time, however, it was not thrown at you. It was thrown at one of the zombies that's carrying you. And I assume a 21 does hit.
Yep.
23 points of bludgeoning damage to the one directly north of you.
Okay. So one of those guys is definitely going to drop. I don't even think it's worth trying to roll the save to see if he gets up.
And we did agree right beforehand. How many zombies does each one represent? 4?
4.
3. Okay. So remember, at this one right here, it has 3 left.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is 3, so it has 2 left.
So it has 2 left. They are still supporting you, and they're kind of all surrounding you right now, holding you up. But you did just lose one.
Yep, I'll mark it down.
Okay.
On my physical sheet.
Sounds good. Liam, you are up next.
Alright, I'd like to come around here and jump up at this one right here, pulling out my flame tongue flail. I'll take an uppercut whack at this one right here. Does a 12 hit? Hello, Matt?
Okay, sorry about that. Apparently I was muted. So, as I was saying...
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, it does... You swing at it, and as you swing, your flail goes wide, and completely misses the foot of this thing as it was standing on the edge of this ledge. You realize this is about 7 feet above you. You can't hit them, but you're kind of having to reach your full extension to try to get there, and it's a little bit harder than you were expecting.
Alright, I'm going to twist in the air and try and do a backhand smack at this thing. That's a natural 20 to hit.
Right on that hit.
With a backhand. Like,
Okay, so 21 plus that is
37.
26 plus 11 is
37.
yeah, 37 points of damage with that flame tongue flail. I guess 16 of those was fire.
So, I imagine after that first swing, Liam was kind of angry, and he jumped and pushed off of the 7-foot cliff in front of him, twisting around, pulling his legs backward in this weird matrix move, swinging his flail up over his head, down. It smashes into the head of this wolf and explodes with fire. And you see this flame just rip across this thing's body, doing massive damage. It is still alive, and when you hit its head, it drops to all fours on the ground and begins to push itself up, and you can see its legs wobbling because you hit it really fucking hard. But it is still alive.
Alright, and while I'm in midair, I'm going to continue my twist and throw a foot into this thing's face. That would be a 20 to hit.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that does hit.
Alright, that's another 7 points of bludgeoning roundhouse kick.
Yeah, 7 more points of damage. You jump, you just twist. After you hit with that flail, you twist around and kick out with your foot and catch the thing and the back of its ear. And its head twists around, and you hear that yelp that you hear from a dog when it hurts that you do something to it. It's still alive, but goddamn, you hit a lot. You hit it for a lot.
Alright, then with the rest of my movement, I'm going to get out to there. And that's my turn.
Yeah, probably a smart move. Okay. Eloise, welcome once again. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try out a spell I haven't tried yet. I'm going to point up at the sky above us, but kind of more towards where, like centered more over here. And I'm going to go ahead and call lightning.
Nice.
One of my favorite druid spells of all time. Eloise just points up and begins casting her spell, and this cloud begins to form above you all. It's a cylindrical cloud that's about 10 feet tall and a 60 feet wide radius. It begins spiraling out around. Like, I always imagine when I think of this spell, like that scene in Fern Gully when Hexus is on the big pollution machine, and you just see the smog going. Or even better, like when the dark genie, when Jafar becomes a genie in Aladdin, and you just see all that dark smoke spiraling above him or whatever. Kind of like that. You just see this giant storm cloud begin to swirl. Go ahead and roll your attack. Eloise. And are you hitting this guy or this guy?
I'm actually going to have the lightning hit here so that it can hopefully hit both of these wolves.
Yeah, it's 5 feet.
It is
So it'll
5
hit
feet,
both-
so yes, it will hit both of them if you point it right here.
But without hitting Apollyon, which is the
Yeah.
plan. Okay. Oh.
First one succeeds, second one fails.
And
So-
so one of them takes 13 lightning damage, the other one will take half of that.
Okay.
Okay. 6.
So the wolf up top right here does succeed, and as the lightning bolt crashes down, he hardens himself, and you hear that yip as he shakes away the shocking. The other one, it did 13 points of damage, which is exactly how much it had. The lightning bolt explodes on the ground, hitting this wolf, and you just hear that "Arr!" as the energy ricochets into it, and it drops to the ground, slides down the cliffside a little bit, and lands right about here, and it is dead.
Welcome to the game, Eloise. Damn.
Woo, yeah!
Nice shot. Well, how high is that cliff that it slid down?
Like 7 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it. Yeah. Because Apollyon was able to climb it up right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 7 feet tall, so.
Is it an action or a bonus action to take a potion that you have on yourself?
If you
Oh,
are
it is.
drinking it, it's a bonus action. If someone
Okay.
else is drinking it, it's an action.
Okay. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and take my potion of spider climbing that I have
Okay.
as my bonus action. So I'm gonna unclick that from my inventory, and I'm gonna use my movement to start climbing. Or I'm gonna go. Wait, hang on. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, well, then next turn I'll keep moving.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Cool.
That's it for your turn.
Mhm.
Next, we come to the next frost giant. Looking at all these individuals around, he can't see blood. He can't see the massive group of zombies in front of blood, or in front of Veil. Sorry, not blood. And he saw his compatriot had thrown, so he is going to follow suit. And he's aiming at the zombies. He's aiming specifically at the group of zombies to the north. And that's a 24, which I assume hits.
Yep.
And that's 35 points of bludgeoning damage. As another
Yeah, we'll see
zombie.
one more drops.
One more of them drop. One of them still holding you on that side. I imagine some of them would want to move if it was their turn, but it's not.
And Vale just says, "My footrest! You're taking them all away."
And that's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
And a 37 bludgeoning damage as this rock comes flying through the air, smashing into another zombie, and the entire group just caves. They're trying to hold you up, they're wobbling, they're doing their best they can, and they just drop, and you land on the ground in the middle of all of them. You're not going to take any
Wait, hold on.
damage because it's only
Which are you talking about? The first group, or all three of those got eliminated?
All 4 of those over there got eliminated. Or yeah, all 3 of these got eliminated.
It's just 3. Okay.
So if it was 3, yeah.
So so the way I have it pictured, there's still 3 on my left, right, and behind me. I was picturing it as those guys were like my footrests, and the other guys were supporting my back, arms, and bottom. But if you want, really, however you want.
The way I'm describing this, you're not like falling and getting hurt, but you slip down between all of them, and you're kind of like you got this shield of zombies around you as you sit on the ground with them above you.
Okay. Are you saying I'm prone, basically?
I'm not gonna cost you prone. You're
Okay.
able to use your full movement on your next turn.
Okay.
But you are on the ground, and the zombies are not holding you right now.
Yep, that's fine.
We are at the top of the order. And now we got some wolves. First one. 25, 30, 35. Runs along the cliff, jumps off of it real quick. I'm going to make him make an acrobatics check. Oof. Jumps and hits the ground. Skids. It's only 7 feet. He doesn't take actual damage, but he is prone. He has to stand up again. He's looking at you. He's right at the edge. He can still make an attack of you. He's losing 1 of his attacks because of this. And he bites at you with a 14.
14 misses.
14 misses. You just dodge back as this wolf pushes itself to its feet and bites just in a reactionary way. But you are expecting it to come, and you dodge back out of the way. That's it for that wolf. Second wolf that in that list is actually dead, so that's not him. Last one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Last one comes running up to you, Apollyon. He's right on you. Right there.
Okay.
This wolf raises his head up and blasts a gigantic breath of cold directly at you in a 15-foot cold cone. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
$16.
16 is enough. Oh, I didn't roll it. That's stupid.
He sounds so fucking upset.
Aren't they always upset?
Oh,
Okay.
no, you didn't.
So you take 7 points of cold damage as you dodge out of the way as the breath just shoots out of this wolf at you. It's making after it releases its breath, it just snaps towards you, making a bite. But that's a 10, so I know that misses.
Can't touch this.
Good
It's your
job.
turn, Apollyon. What you doing?
Both a couple of losers.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna retaliate with my breath weapon. My sonic breath. Oh wait, 5 by 30 line. Don't I have one that's a cone?
Yeah, I thought yours was like a thunder one or something.
Oh, maybe I clicked the wrong one. Yeah, this is the one. Sorry.
Yeah, there.
I have 2 different breath weapons. Okay. So it's the frightening breath. It's a 15-foot cone, 11 damage, and they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, and that will definitely hit both of them. Yeah, that's a 7 and a 12, so they both fail.
Alright, they become frightened for 1d4 minus 1 round. So 2 rounds.
Okay. And they are both frightened for the next, how many rounds you said? 2d4?
No, 1d4
rounds?
minus 1, so 2 total.
Okay. So 2 total rounds. These 2 are frightened.
Yep, that's all I got.
Okay.
Sit, stay.
Blood, you're up next. What are you doing?
Yeah, well, these assholes are chucking rocks, and he's looking over. Apollyon's got those puppies. He can take care of them. Blood's just gonna take another. He's gonna go sharpshooter this time. Second blazing bowstring shot at the one in front. Ooh, 12's probably not gonna hit. I don't know, maybe it will. These things are huge.
Yeah, 12 is definitely not going to hit.
Yeah. Alright, well then he, and you said this is sloping up a little bit more, so it's still about 5 feet. But I'm curious, do I have the balls to run all the way up here? Was this a tree or like something like here in the middle?
That is definitely a pine tree.
How is it like going all the way? Is it like a big girthy looking tree?
I mean, not a big girthy looking tree. You imagine it's probably around like 2 feet around. Most of the branches are pretty thin. It's very full, but you could like hide in it.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to climb to the top of it.
Oh yeah. Well, that tree is his target next round, so he'll roll another stealth check to hide here at the corner, and then he's making for that fucking tree next time. He's gonna get close. As 22. And that will be his turn.
Okay, so that's it for Blood. We got the wolf next, the one that is directly north of Apollyon. First thing it's going to do is its cold breath. So I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Oof.
Ooh, that's a failure. So as it breathes towards you, 20 points of cold damage.
Would that danger sense shit pop in for that?
Danger sense is what gives me advantage.
Oh, I see you did advantage. Never mind, I'm sorry. Yeah, ignore it.
So that's 20 points of cold damage hitting you.
Okay.
And then it follows it up with a bite attack. That's a 13, so I assume that misses.
Yep.
Okay, that's it for the wolf's turn. Veil, you're up next.
Alright, Vale's just going to mentally command these zombies to attack. And this group's going to go 5, 10, 15, right here. 5, 10, 15, here. 5, 10, 15, 20 here. They're going to all make a slam attack. So 3, 6, 9 slam attacks.
You need
Does
to make
a 15 hit?
You need to make a 13 to hit.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1's a crit. So I click on the slam button, right?
Yeah, just click on the slam, and make sure you click on the one that actually is the crit.
Yep.
God damn.
Yeah, we need some music while he's doing damage here. There should be some, like, Veil zombie damage music going on at some point.
Alright, so that's going to be...
Play the Walking Dead theme song.
Okay. So,
God damn.
all of these zombies, 9 in total, comes lumbering up towards this wolf and begins slamming down on it, ripping, shredding, biting. It did...
37, I believe.
Yeah, it did 37 points of damage total to this thing. The wolf had 36 points of damage of health.
Wow.
Which
Okay.
is just hilarious.
Fuck
And,
yeah.
out of the backfield comes the skeleton archer as well, who's going to take a shot. Can he see this wolf right here in front of Apollyon from here?
From where it is, it's going to have a +2 to its AC. If you back up a little bit, it would not.
Okay, then he'll just move right here,
Yeah.
and he's going to just do a short bow shot at that.
Okay, same thing. 13 to hit.
Yep, yeah, he misses.
And he misses. The arrow goes wide over the top of the wolf.
Yep. And then Veil gets his action.
About fucking time.
He's going to...
You just need your own turn tracker at this point. Shit.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
means
going
I'll
to-
kill them all before too long. Don't worry. I'll kill those zombies before too long.
Yeah. He's going to drop a Toll the Dead on this guy right here. The one that the skeleton just went to shoot. So he's going to point his finger and DC 16 Wisdom.
Okay, sounds good. Hold on 1 second here. That's 5.
That's the 20 necrotic damage.
Which one were you hitting again?
The one to the left of Apollyon.
Okay. 20 points of damage. You ring that Toll of the Dead. You see blood squirt out of its ears, and it like hunkers down and shakes its head. And you can see the blood coming out of its ears black and tar-like. It's horrible. And it's angry, and it's looking directly at you, Veil.
Alright, and then I'm going to use my movement to 5, 10, 20, 25. He's just going to kind of crouch down right here behind that dead wolf.
Okay.
And I'm done.
That's it for Veil's turn. Next off, we have the Frost Giant right here. It's looking around the battlefield. It's seeing the zombies. It's seeing the people behind it. Picks up a rock. Who's it gonna hit? Who's it gonna hit? And that's a 17 at you, Veil.
Does not hit.
As you crouch behind the wolf. Another rock goes flying towards you. You dodge back out of the way. Second one goes flying as well. And that's a 24 to you, Liam.
That's gonna hit.
Can you
30
deflect missiles?
Fucking. Good night. Liam is down.
A rock goes flying through the air, arcing. Veil, you look up after just dodging back from a rock. Another one lands on top of Liam. Smashes in his chest, and you hear him cough. And he goes unconscious.
Now I'm assuming that's not a missile he could deflect or catch because it's a rock.
I don't think so.
Well, I wouldn't be able to catch or deflect a boulder.
Yeah, it's not
What
like...
is it, just like arrows and darts and stuff?
Yeah, this isn't like just a little stone. This is like half the size of your body. I'm not sure if it would apply in this instance.
Kind of thing, probably.
I'm down again. It's what I do every round anymore, guys. Just get used to it.
But it is your turn, Liam. So I'm going to need a death saving throw from you, please.
20 here, problem. Nope.
That is a failure.
Really? That is a failure.
It isn't. Eloise, you're up next.
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word at level 2 at Liam.
Probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Seriously?
Hey, it's 8 points. It's awake.
8 points of healing at Liam. Liam, you have this giant boulder on top of your chest, and it fucking hurts. But you wake up and you cough as the breath hits your lungs once again, and you're awake.
Oh, this sucks. We need to end this now.
I just want to say real quick, I'm reading over his deflect missiles thing. He could reduce the damage for any missile deflected.
But can he do it enough to not go to sleep?
It's
what was it? 32 points of bludgeoning.
Yeah, 32
yeah,
points of
10
bludgeoning.
plus your dex plus your monk level. So 8 plus your dex plus a d10.
Alright, so I'll roll a d10 and we'll add 7 plus 5. So
That's not bad, actually.
18.
So a 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 7 is 18. So I reduced that by 18. I'd still technically be up, I guess, if deflect missiles allows me to do that.
You know what?
Yeah,
I mean,
you just can't throw it back because throwing it back would have to be
right.
It'd have to be small. You'd have to reduce it to 0.
so basically, what it is you're doing a move where you see a cannonball coming towards you, and you reach out to grab it to stop it from hitting you, and you absorb a bit of that damage by pushing it back. But it still hits you and still knocks you down. But it doesn't you did like take some of the kinetic energy away from it. So yeah, I'm gonna say that you did deflect that, and you did reduce it down by 18. So 32 minus 18.
14.
Yep,
Yeah, 14 points of damage. So you would have still been awake, but you would have been knocked down. Eloise still saw that, cast her bonus action as the healing word, giving you another 8 points of healing. So that's what you currently are. I'm still going to say you're down just because flavor and the way we described it, it's fine.
Yeah, that's no problem. I work fine for my back.
Yeah.
And it's actually beneficial if they're hitting you with range.
Yeah, and I mean, we all know how good Liam is on his back, so it's okay. And, Eloise, that was your bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you doing?
For my action, I'm going to send lightning down to hit one of these giant fuckers who keep throwing rocks. I don't know. We'll hit this one. This one. Oh. This one.
Okay.
So I guess a missile just qualifies as anything ranged, right?
Correct.
Yes and no.
Anything
Like so, like
directed at you.
if a boulder bigger than you goes flying at you and you're trying to deflect it, you might take a little bit off of it, but not a lot. So that's kind of how.
Yeah, I mean, I could be jumping away from it and pushing off of it, maybe, if it's a big enough boulder. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it
So-
just takes a little bit off that damage, so it still helps.
Yeah,
a bit.
so for rules, yeah, it's a missile is anything like a physical, like lightning damage or like firebolt. That would not be a missile you can deflect. I don't think so, because that's a spell.
Which unfortunately does not include magic missile, which is called a missile, which I can't catch for some reason.
Because it's an auto hit. Yeah. But okay, go ahead, Eloise. Go ahead,
it's
Eloise,
magic.
and cast your spell.
It's not corporeal, I guess.
Dang it, I need to roll better.
Okay, so that's an 18, which does succeed.
So he takes
So
6
he
lightning
takes 6
damage.
points of lightning damage. Yes.
You did that to the frost giant?
Yeah.
She did. A bolt of lightning comes crackling down, slamming near the frost giant. He kind of jumps back a little bit, takes a little bit of the damage, but not a lot.
Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 to get up. I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, because that was about 5 feet to climb.
'Kay.
It's not too bad.
That's me.
Okay. That's Eloise. Last up, we have a frost giant who, as he's surveying this battlefield, he moves up a little bit.
I hate to bring it up, but if it didn't knock me out, then I should have gotten a turn.
True.
Go for it. Do it real quick.
Yay! Okay, Liam moves up to here. He uses his flame tongue flail. Here we go. Roll number 1.
That hits.
That's 20. That hits. Flame tongue flail does 13 points of damage, 11 bludgeoning to fire. I attack again.
Okay. 10
A
misses.
10. I totally whiff.
Totally whiffed. You hit the actual cliff underneath the wolf's feet, and your flaming tongue flail burns as it singes into the snow.
I tried to adapt to that and throw a kick to the ear of this thing.
You jump up, twisting, do a spinning kick.
Holy
Gonna
shit, a
hit.
26. Yeah, that should hit.
Definitely hits.
I clicked it. It doesn't seem to be rolling. It's slow or something.
Do
Sorry.
it again.
Oh, there we go. 8 points of bludgeoning damage to that motherfucker.
Okay, 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's still standing. Then
It's still
I'm
standing.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna walk away and get over to there. Then that's my
And
turn.
It snaps at you as you're running, but you are completely too quick and dodge without issue. As we were back at the frost giant, the last thing it saw was Eloise climbing up to the top of the cliff. And it's aiming at you, Eloise. Picks up a rock and lunges it, throws it at you.
Oh boy.
22 to hit.
Yeah.
31 points of damage.
Oy.
Fuck.
Throws another one.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
23.
Yeah.
30 more points.
Jesus.
Sorry. 2 rocks come flying. One hits you. You manage to swagger back out of the way. The second one just clobbers you completely and hits you to the side, and you're spinning. Are you still up?
Oh yeah.
You're twisting and spinning from these 2 massive hits, almost like a ballerina in a music box.
Wow, to look graceful, I need to be hit by rocks. Good to know.
Yeah. Next, we come up to the wolves. That one that's at a 20 is dead. The next one, that's a 17. Its turn. It's attacking Apollyon. Actually, before it does that, it has to roll.
It's frightened.
That's right. It is frightened.
Is this its last turn being frightened?
So it rolled to recharge its cold breath. It did not. It is afraid. It turns tail and runs. You have an attack of opportunity, Apollyon.
Heck yeah. I'll strike out with my scimitar. Oh, didn't mean to have advantage, but 16.
A 16 does hit.
8 points.
Eight points of damage as you spin and slash at it with the Scimitar of Speed. It continues to run its full movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It uses its dash action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Moves to right up there. It is running as fast as it can, trying to get away from you, Apollyon. It is absolutely terrified.
Good.
Your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna slash out this one right in front of me. And I will have advantage because I'll attack recklessly.
Okay. You need to roll a 13.
22.
Hits.
Alright, attack again. 11.
Yep.
Bonus action, attack a third time. Another 11. So 32 points of damage total.
32 points of damage. 1, 2, 3 slashes across this wolf's chest. It's looking massively hurt. It's barely managing to stay upright right now.
Alright, that's all I got.
Blood from a stone. What are you doing?
Alright. Well, I want to make for that tree and hide in that, but I'm worried they're going to see me getting that. So, you know what? I'll take a shot at this guy first before I go anywhere. We're just going to go. I don't have any bowstrings left, so we're just going to do a regular shot. No sharpshooter this time. 16 for this guy.
A 16 does hit.
Ooh-hoo-hoo. Make sure I turned everything off that needs to be turned off. I did. 16 plus 8 is 24, plus 7 is 31 total on that guy.
Whew, 31 points of damage. You aim and fire, and that bolt of force energy goes flying through the air, striking this thing in its chest, and it reels back in pain.
Alright, and then, let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's going to use his feline agility, and he's just going to run quick and just kind of like dive into the tree.
Yeah.
Or quick, come up and slide into the back of it and then meld into the tree because he doesn't want to try and shake the tree too much.
Okay.
Go ahead and... Oop.
Blood from a stone jumps up over the cliff, runs over to the tree, scampers up it quick as a cat, and disappears into the foliage.
With 24 stealth. And that is his turn.
That's it for its turn. His turn. It is now the Winterwolf's turn. First thing. Failed. Looking directly at you, Apollyon, making 2 bite attacks. First is
Bring it.
9. Second is 11.
Damage. Oh, but okay, they both miss.
Yeah, that's right. He does have disadvantage because he.
Oh no, but then he gets advantage because reckless attack, so it's just normal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You had disadvantage because of the reckless attack. So, but it was a 9 and 11 for. He rolled with.
But
advantage.
isn't he frightened?
I thought they had disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
I
He's
thought
frightened.
only one of them had frightened.
No, they were both frightened for 2 rounds.
They were both frightened for 2 rounds? My mistake.
Yeah, they both those.
My mistake. So disregard that completely.
Yeah, but it would have evened out anyway. Disadvantage because of the frightened, but you had advantage because of the reckless attack. So it would be regular roll.
If he would have run away, he wouldn't have attacked. Is what he's trying to say.
I see.
So
I
he
see.
wouldn't have attacked. He would have run away. So Apollyon, you have a.
I don't think he did
No,
this.
you don't. Because you already used your reaction. Never mind.
But he's had his turn since it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes. You do
I didn't
have.
use the reaction.
But
Yeah, you
Oh,
did. You used your reaction against
not
the wolf.
this round though.
But then it was.
Yeah. Then he had his turn, and now.
So yes, you do have your reaction, so you can make a attack.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
That's what I was trying to get around to, and everyone started talking. But yes, that does hit.
12 slashing damage.
Okay, it's 12 more points of damage. This wolf is looking really rough, and it turns tail and just runs. I'm going to say that since I did roll the 2 attacks, I'm just going to let them go, and so he just used his movement to run, and that's what
Yeah, it doesn't have to run away. It just has disadvantage on attacking me.
But it is choosing to run away. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying like it can do both.
But anyway, it did all resolve, and it is Veil's turn.
Yep, Vale's gonna say, "All right, enough of this. Let's end it." And he's going to raise his hand and drop a fireball in between these 2 giants to hit both of them.
Wow.
So
They actually rolled really, really well, and both succeeded as you lob a fireball to hit both of them. So go ahead.
So 16 or 18 damage.
18.
18 points of damage to them both.
My bonus action is going to be, if I stand right here, can they see me?
It's you probably have at least some. You have partial cover based on where you are and the way they've been throwing rocks.
Okay. Then I'm going to lay down right there. To give myself partial cover at disadvantage if they were to throw rocks.
So laying down is going to give you full cover. So you run over there, crouch down. You have full cover. So you have a +5 to your AC right now.
Okay. And then I will have these zombies start. They can't really climb. Can they climb?
Probably not very well. Give me 3 athletics checks. They're probably helping each other up a little bit. It's going to be kind of weird.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just have them go against. I'll have them press against the wall then.
Have you guys not seen World War Z? They can.
Yeah, they can't climb. Like they can push each other up.
Shamble.
So I'm going to say that 2 of every 3 can get up there, but I'm going to want you to make an athletics check, which is not going to be a massively high DC to hit.
Yeah, I'm going to keep them covered though. That's what.
Okay.
I'll have this guy out in the open near Liam. He's going to take a shot at the. I believe, is this the one that I was shooting before that's more injured?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take a longbow shot at that. That one. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, short bow. So it's 8320. That is a crit miss, crit fail.
Your skeleton raises its bow, aims, and fires. You all watch the arrow go flying through the air. It pings off the giant's armor, and the giant just kind of looks at it and sneers a little bit because that's whose turn is up next. And I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. He picks up a rock and throws it at the skeleton.
Yeah, that hits.
17 to hit.
Not Skelly.
29 points of bludgeoning damage.
That does double damage.
Yes, it would.
Alright, so he's... Oh no, the skeleton's dead.
Oh, so Liam, you're right next to the skeleton. And
Yes,
the
I am.
skeleton has been oddly clingy towards you lately. It's been looking at you, it's been making weird sounds, and you've had this general sense of off-puttedness this entire time. And you see this rock go lobbing towards it. And it looks at you, and you look at it, and you look into the hollow, empty places in its eyes as the rock clobbers it and just goes flying off the cliff, taking the bones with it, the rock hitting the ground with a thud. God, that was weird.
I'm gonna have you rule this. Are the bones still... am I able to reanimate this at another point in time?
Nah, this is fucked up, dude. It's broke.
Hey, could I just try like an insight check to see like what he was trying to convey in his last seconds of life?
Yes, I will allow it.
Undeath.
That's a 22 for insight.
Veil, what insight does Liam glean?
So, as the second flashes right before the rock hits and completely pulverizes this thing, you look into the hollows of his eyes and you realize this whole time he's been following you and protecting you and going out of his way to make sure that you are as safe as can be, and all he wanted was some thanks or gratitude for pulling you out of the sickening radiance in Sleet Storm.
Veil, roll a d20 for me real quick.
Yep. 5.
I changed my mind. As it hits the skeleton, the bones go flying. They hit the ground almost like 9 pins. And it was almost as though this frost giant was bowling and just knocked them down. But you know how bowling works. Eventually the thing comes and cleans up the pins and gathers them up again. So maybe you could revive this thing.
Okay.
It's worth a try.
Alright.
You never know.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, Jesus.
Let's just make it through this battle first.
Yeah, you have to survive this battle because these guys are going to kill you. Liam, it's your turn.
Alright, would you consider this type of area right here rough terrain that I could jump over if I got a running start?
What are you talking about? Which area?
I'm trying to highlight it here for you.
Oh yeah, that's just a 5-foot incline. You could jump up it pretty easily.
Okay, so with my mobile feet, I am going to run 70 feet right towards this one, which after 70 feet I still have 40 feet of movement. So with my bonus action as a charger, I would like to add 5 to this attack. Should I hit, obviously.
What are you hitting him with?
Just throwing in I'm sorry, the flame tongue flail at him as hard as I can with my charger speed.
Yeah, I'm going to allow it. I'm going to say that you use 5 feet of movement to go up this one. I'm going to say you're going to use 10 feet of movement to go up this one. You're good either way because it's not hard for a monk, honestly.
Gotcha. All right, so
just add that into your estimation, and you're good to go. Swing away.
And a natural 1 for the attack.
I even gave it to you. What the hell?
Oh man.
Would you allow me to use my inspiration on this?
Do it.
All right. One more try at this. That was that one. Oh my god.
There's your inspiration. Gone. Roll good.
All right. One more time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. 2 nat 1s in a row.
Who did you pick off?
I cannot hit this guy.
Well, that was your first attack at advantage because you used your inspiration. It is gone now.
Actually, I have to use both my action and my dash in order to get to him in that speed. And so all I can use is my bonus action as a charger in order to attack him at that point.
That's a shame. But you did get up there.
I only get 1 attack, so I attacked at him, and now I'm going to use the rest of my movement to dodge around this cliff like a scared little bitch.
Yeah, and you go running away and jump off that cliff and clutch your back to the side, breathing heavily, just cursing yourself because, God, you just did not hit at all.
The skeleton's curse.
I was rooting for you on that one, dude. I really was.
That one was in the cards.
Eloise, your turn.
Yeah. I'm for my action going to hit this guy with lightning.
You can do that.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
Was that a dex save?
Probably.
Yeah. Yes. Damn it!
Damn. Wow.
Holy shit!
I'm going to
2
point
ones.
out he has a 9 dex.
So same.
Yeah, so he does
Oh no, mine's
succeed.
8. Mine's even worse.
So he does succeed, and he does take 3 points of lightning damage.
Alright, well, with that wimpy lightning, I'm gonna go ahead with my spider climb and climb right back down to the bottom of this.
And as you back against the edge of the cliff, hiding, hoping for the best, we come to the Frost Giant's turn. Now,
Can I quickly bonus action healing word myself?
Yeah, if you have the bonus action, you can.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Well, yes, you're good. Because that's a concentration spell, you're good.
Yeah.
6 points of healing.
Okay. Cool beans. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. That's it for their turn. For that turn. For Eloise's turn. And last in the order, we have the Frost Giant's turn. He's at the edge. He's looking around. Saw the Dragonborn with the lightning, and she went going down the cliff. Sees Apollyon there on the edge. Can't really see much else from his angle. Can't really see Eloise, just kind of has an idea of where she is. Throwing one at Eloise. This is at disadvantage, and Eloise, because it's a 5-foot cliff, you are going to have You're gonna have partial cover for that, so it's a +2.
Okay.
So throwing at disadvantage, your AC is at +2,
Okay.
and that's 19 to hit.
Oh, thank God it misses.
I think you're at a 20 now.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
You got really lucky there.
Uh-huh.
Second one is at Apollyon. This is not at disadvantage, and that's a 25 to hit.
You're raging, right?
Apollyon, are you there?
Yeah.
So that was a
That was a
25 to hit.
Oh, I didn't hear you say you were throwing at me. Yeah, that hits.
29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Are you raging right now?
No, I'm not. I haven't had a chance to.
When did it drop? I thought you were raging this whole time.
No, he hasn't
No.
been. But that's it for its turn. And we are at the top of the order. So I'm going to pause for a moment, guys and gal. Because it is 10:22. And we could pick this up at this point in the battle because it is the top of the order. Or if you want to continue to go, and if you're all willing to, we can continue and finish the battle.
I'm willing to go.
I'm good.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, it's 11:23 here, but I'll finish up this battle.
And Brother Veil brings it in with a thunderous yes.
Okay.
You
So-
just hear proselytizing from the tree.
So, we're going to start off the top of the order with the Winter Wolf, who is still frightened. Did he have to make any saves for that, Apollyon?
It's only for 2 rounds.
Should be,
yeah,
he
it's
shouldn't be
for 2
frightened
rounds.
anymore.
It just goes for 2 rounds. Okay, so this is the top of the second round for that. He's
Yep.
running away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70.
I don't
So
think
it's-
he's.
What's that?
I don't think he's frightened this round.
Yeah, this is the second time. He ran away once, ran away again.
Yeah, 2 rounds.
Yeah, it had 2
Yep.
rounds. So for
Oh, I
its
thought he
second
already ran
round-
twice. So.
No, he only ran once. It got kind of confusing because we got confused by the placement of the tokens and who was who.
There we go.
But it is this one's turn. The first round he ran, second round he ran. So 1-2 rounds. He's just ran the entire time, and he's taking his position right up top there at the edge of the map. And he pauses and looks back, and in that moment, the fear subsides. So, Apollyon, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to. I'm gonna move over to here. And I'm going to. Oh, I'm gonna pick up my javelin, wherever that was. That was somewhere.
Yeah, that's
right in
actually about right there. So
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
definitely pick it up.
Pick up my javelin. Does that count as a bonus
No,
action?
I'm gonna allow that as a free action to pick things up. You have one free action of doing something.
Item interaction, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'm gonna throw it again at this guy, but just a normal attack. It's not gonna be the special ability.
Okay, so you're just throwing it like a normal javelin, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
23 to hit.
Definitely gonna hit.
11 points of damage.
Nice. 11 points of damage. You go throwing your javelin. It does not have the energy that it once did, but it goes flying through the air and hits the thing and sticks in it, piercing it from back to chest. It barely manages to keep its feet. You can tell as blood pours out of this wound, it's barely managing to stay upright.
Okay. And oh, I know what I can do. Haha! Bonus action, enter my rage. I should have done it before I attacked, but whatever. And then I have instinctive pounce, which lets me move up to half of my speed as part of the bonus action of my rage.
Okay.
So I'll move up another 20 feet.
Yeah, I like it.
Alright, that's it.
That's it for Apollyon. Blood from a stone. You're up next.
I mean, what can I do from where I am? And I guess, can I, like, see them through this tree?
Yeah,
Or would I have
so.
to? Alright. Well, then, I don't remember what I called this one, I think. Douchebag number 2, we'll go with that. He's just gonna
That guy right
aim
there?
up. Yeah, he's gonna, the one that's, right here on the edge. He's gonna aim up at him. And he's gonna go back to a sharpshooter. We're gonna try this again. Because he saw his last shot barely hit, so he's gonna go for gut. Oh my god!
Ugh.
I should have not done it. I would have gotten a hit.
Yeah, you aim and fire, and it just goes wide. It bounces off of the breastplate of this thing and does no damage.
Well, he could get to here with 25, but I figured he's going to try and do like a baseball slide to slide off. So if you want to get to here, I could do an acrobatics check for you, like, just to make it.
That's going to be your bonus action.
That's fine. 19.
Yeah, you jump down, go running across the field, sliding into the snow and dirt. You fall off the cliff, sliding down it, land on your feet in a crouch, and you are right there.
He's just hiding, and he's just prepping his shot for the next one.
Okay, that's it for your turn. The second wolf's turn, and it is frightened as well. It's going to move its full movement.
Yeah, run.
And that's where it ends up right there. That's it for its turn. And it is now no longer frightened. So I need to take those off. That's it for them. Veil. Your turn.
I'm gonna do the same thing again and blast the fireball to hit those two giants. Centered. Let's see.
I think you can get one of the wolves also.
I might be able. Yeah, I can definitely get this wolf. I'm gonna see if I can get the other one as well with the giant. So it's 40 feet.
Let me pull out that spell for you.
Yeah, I can get both. I can get all 4 of those guys.
Yep. You put it right here. You should be able to get them all.
So it's 40 feet total. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yeah, you can definitely hit all 3 of them.
If you move it over, I could probably hit. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, 'cause that's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to add another.
It's gonna be one or the other, I think.
Well, because right now I think you've only got a 15-foot radius.
Yes.
5,
30, 20.
15, 20.
Yeah, you've only got.
It looks 40 to me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 at the edge.
I guess I was just going by
3 is fine. 3 is fine.
Yeah. Well, from here, look, it's 40 feet to this guy.
I'm giving you a lot of leeway here because I added it a little extra.
Yeah, that's 40. Look. That's 40 right there. That's perfect.
It depends on if you count the very edge of the square or the center of the square.
Oh, what do you do? Because I count the edge.
I'm counting.
well-
I'm doing the center of the square, edge to edge. That's 40 feet right there.
We can get 3.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whatever
At least
you want to do.
Giants.
Well, I'm giving you a little leeway here because I love you.
Alright,
And
well, I mean, it's only
it's
25 or half.
It's just barely gonna hit that fourth guy, and this is a stretch that I'm gonna use on you at some point. So keep that in mind.
Oh, absolutely. It works both ways, so.
But yes, I will allow it to barely hit all 4 of them. So that is 4 saving throws. Let me do it real quick.
Are frost giants vulnerable to fire damage?
They're not.
Oddly
they're
enough,
resistant.
no.
They're just
really-
immune to cold.
Yeah, it's kind
Okay.
of funny.
I had to face a bunch of them. Yeah, they're immune to cold. That's it.
Okay, so 2 of the giants saved and 2 of the wolves saved. So I'm going to do 1, 2, left to right. So the frost giant down there at the lower side took the full brunt of the 25.
So you mean 1 and 1 saved?
Yeah, 1 and 1 saved. Second one did save. Okay. Okay, there's that for the 2 wolves. First one did not save. So that one is completely incinerated by the fireball. It only had 3 hit points left. It explodes, and this wolf goes down. The second wolf. Let's see. The second wolf does manage to keep itself up, barely. It's wavering there. It is hurt beyond anything. Scorch marks are across its body. Half of its fur is singed away. It's just barely alive. That's it for its turn. Their turn. Or for the Veil's turn, unless you have a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do anything with the zombies, so.
Fair enough. Next we come to the Frost Giant's turn. This Frost Giant is looking hurt. So Veil, it's throwing its first rock at you.
Okay.
You were crouching down behind it. You weren't laying prone. But
Yeah, I definitely didn't say it.
Yeah, you didn't say it. You do have a +2 to your AC.
Yep.
Right now, and it is rolling at disadvantage because you are kind of hiding.
Okay.
First throws 25.
I'm going to use a luck point to re-roll that.
Reroll it.
That's a 4. Plus your pluses.
So that's a 13 total.
That does not hit.
It does not hit. A rock lands on the ground directly behind you, and you just look at it and look back and kind of gasp a little bit as the second rock comes flying towards you. That's a 14.
That will not hit.
The second rock hits the first, bounces to the side, and you just breathe a sigh of relief as you realize those 2 rocks could have crushed you easily. Liam, it's your turn.
What would you say it takes me to get up this cliff I'm right next to?
Probably about 10 feet up. If you're just trying to run straight up it, you don't have your you don't have the monk ability to run straight up a.
Not yet, no.
So it's going to be an acrobatics check. It's going to be your bonus action to get up there.
Then instead of that, I'll spend a key point to do bonus action, step of the wind, and just jump it.
You can absolutely do that.
Alright, so I'm going to jump up there and stroll up to this motherfucker. And it didn't work at all last time. Flame Tongue Flail attack to the back of the knee. A 10.
Unfortunately, a 10 does not hit. You just go swinging at this knee, and he takes a step backwards, and your flail misses completely.
I'm going to rear back up, jump off the foot, calculate where his knee just went, and Flame Tongue Flail to the knee again.
There you
Natural
go.
20.
Yes, finally. Yes, that absolutely hits.
Ooh, that's a lot. 17 plus 18 would be 37.
So, Liam,
35.
as this thing has 28 hit points,
Oh shit.
how would you like to do this?
As he steps back from me, I run up the foot that just took a step back from me, recalculating my attack completely because the last attack was shit. And I do this full-on backspin where I just take his knee completely out from under him and he falls down like not expecting that at all.
Yeah, and as he comes crashing down to the ground, you land there lightly on your feet, that flaming flail in your hand, and your eyes just meet the other giant in one swift moment. You have a bonus action and a bit of movement.
Say again?
I think you have a bonus action left and a bit of movement.
I use my bonus action to automatically jump the cliff.
Okay.
And so I am going to use the rest of my movement to jump down here and slide down the cliff and go prone next here next to Apollyon here.
Yeah, you're using slow fall. I doubt this is going to affect you. It was 10 feet. Let's just see for the fun of it. It's a 3. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I nuzzle up next to Apollyon. I think I'm gonna piss him off a bit.
Apollyon just laughs.
Okay. Eloise, you're up next. What are you doing? Eloise, are you there?
Yes, I am going to try to hit him with some more lightning.
Yeah, you can definitely try that. That's a dex save.
Yes.
That should not have been a disadvantage. And
That was from your hits earlier, yeah.
yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. They have shit dex. Their dex is a 9. So
you just
he
been rolling
rolled
good.
a 17. And he does succeed. So he takes half of that, 7 points of damage.
Yup.
At least you rolled a little better this time.
Yeah, I've
Wish
just
I
been
was rolling better.
I've been rolling really well for these guys. And so you're crouching there, and you use your action to cast to make your call lightning strike down at him. Are you doing anything with your bonus action or movement?
No, I'm going to get I'm gonna get as much cover as possible. If I need to lay down to do that, I'm gonna do that. Gonna get small and short as possible.
Okay. It is the Frost Giant's turn. After seeing all of this and being assaulted massively by these hits one after another, the thing calls out, "Follow and kill!" It jumps down off of the ledge. It's not a far drop for him. He does not take damage. Let's see, his movement is... Use 10 feet of movement for that. 20, 35, 40. He comes right up near that tree. Most of you have dropped off. A lot of you are hiding. The one it sees is Apollyon. Picks up a rock and throws it at Apollyon.
Oh, snap.
And that's a 14.
It's a 14. I gotta say,
That
the
does not
rocks are just really freaking abundant in this area.
What's that?
The abundancy of rocks is...
You're on a mountain. You're on a freaking mountain that's nothing but rocks.
Boulder Ridge.
It really is. And because of that, it throws another rock at Apollyon. And that's a 28 to hit.
I'll use my lucky point to reroll that one.
Reroll it, baby.
I love luck. Lucky.
That's your last luck, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a 5. No, Veil used it. Veil used his. I've only used.
I think it's
2.
two for
I have
you.
1 left now.
Okay,
I only used 1.
Okay, so that's what I'm thinking of. So, a 5 plus a 9 is a 4. Yeah, it's a 14, so that misses.
Yep, 14 misses.
That's it for its turn. Next, we have the wolf. Moves 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Moving around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Circles around, running down the hillside towards the two of you, Liam and Apollyon. You can see it where it is, but it is coming towards you. And Apollyon, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and move towards it. 10, 15, 20. And I'll pick up my javelin along the way again.
Yep, you can definitely do that.
And I'll attack recklessly. Yep, attack recklessly on this guy. $15.
15 does hit.
16 points of damage.
Apollyon, how does this look?
Oh yeah. So I roll out, I do a little somersault to pick up my javelin of lightning and put that on my back. And as I come up, I lead with my shield, and I charge up and bash my shield into this thing to kind of move its face to the side, and then I plunge the scimitar right into its neck.
Absolutely. And as it falls to the ground dead, you just hear that of the poor wolf. Blood from a stone.
All right.
Next.
I'm gonna then use the rest of my
Oh,
movement to turn
sorry.
around and move back and another few feet to go back towards the other way, and then I'm done.
Yep, absolutely. You can totally do that. Blood from a stone. You're up next.
Alright, well, he will come out here to the edge, get a nice good look at this guy's backside because he's staring off at Apollyon.
Yeah, he is.
And he's just gonna, shoot at him. We're not gonna do sharpshooter this time. Just keep fucking missing on that. So it's just a regular old shot. 16, I believe that does
Whew,
hit.
yeah, that does hit.
Oh my god, that was garbage. 17 or 10, 21. Ugh. That sneak was horrible.
21 points of damage. You jump up in your little crouch behind the cliffside, aiming and firing at it, and it hits him. And his back was to you, and then he turns and looks directly at you.
Like, hello. And then he will, you know what? He's gonna crouch back down this way, and using his bonus action to dash, he is just gonna get up here and get in the crook over here.
Okay. That's it for
That'll be
blood.
it. Yep.
Veil, you're up next.
Alright, point and finger, little finger gun, all the dead, DC 16 wisdom save.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Yep.
13 necrotic.
13 necrotic, and you just see the burst of his ears and the blood flowing down the sides of this giant's face. He's looking moderately haggard at this point. he ain't feeling great. Did you do anything else
Right.
in your turn, Liam?
I'm gonna,
Maybe fail.
Yeah, Veil.
yeah, I'm gonna lay down
Okay. Liam,
in real life.
you're up next.
Alright. Spending 5 feet of movement, springing up to my feet with my awesome Drunken Master abilities. I then spend 50 feet of movement to get up and to melee with this big ass motherfucker. Being that I've been playing with my flail, I'm going to continue to play with my flail. Flame tongue flail.
You know, if you play with it too much, you're gonna go blind.
Yeah, that's a serious worry.
In the middle of the night, he is right.
16 hit.
16 hits.
Beautiful. Doing 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage. You do smack this thing across the side of its face, burning and singeing against him.
Trying to spin and double the damage. A 24 to hit again.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
This time dealing 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. You slam against the giant with the head of your flail, doing quite a bit of damage. He's looking really bad.
And as I fall down to the ground, I am going to try and kick at his Achilles heel down here.
Do it. Gonna
For
hit.
22 to hit. 11 more bludgeoning damage.
11 more points of bludgeoning damage. You kick against this thing's kneecap, and you feel it crack and buckle, and it goes down on one knee in front of you, and he's just wobbling there, looking hurt and miserable, but still alive.
I used all my movement to get their bonus action to attack, so I am there.
Eloise, can you try to finish this off? My
I
wife
can
keeps-
certainly try.
Good. My wife keeps giving me dirty looks, so let's hope. It
I just realized that Call Lightning is a concentration spell.
is.
Uh-huh.
So, when was the last time you took damage?
The 2 rocks.
Go ahead and roll 2 concentration checks. And I'm just to try to figure it in my head, roll a 14 or better.
Okay. 15.
Roll one more.
And, oh shit, 11.
So unfortunately, after that second one, you did lose the spell. We're not going to retcon any of the damage because I don't want to try to figure it out. But the spell is currently gone.
Okay, that's fine. I shall... I'll just go ahead and, oh my gosh, where is it? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'll just, I'm just gonna cast a flaming sphere. And throw it at him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let this kill it.
Where is it? There it is. Ah, what is with all this piddly damage?
Well, you go. I'm not gonna lie. It only had 17 hit points left. Even if it does manage to take one of you out, it's not going to do too bad of damage, and you would be able to figure it out. So, you throw the flaming sphere. It goes flying through the air, hitting this frost giant in his chest. The thing explodes in a ball of fire, and the frost giant falls to the ground, dead.
Doing only 6 points of damage?
Yeah, it's honestly, even if it, like what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's next
That's the
turn.
giant's bedtime.
So the next turn, even if it didn't die, it would have hit Liam. It
Yep.
was the frost giant there next to Liam would have made 2 swipes with its great axe. An 11 and a 14, both would miss.
Both would miss, yeah.
Apollyon's turn would come up. He would do something.
I would dash and gore him.
So do it, Apollyon, and tell us how this looks.
Yeah. I sheath my weapon and stamp my feet and get like a little bit of a running start, and I ram over.
Oh, he cut out.
Yeah, you cut out.
Only to hit doing
15 damage, but goring him with my horns.
Yeah, that's exactly what it would have taken.
Yeah, it had 11 hit points after her hit, so that was more than enough to take this thing out. You run at it, scoring it with your horns, pull your head back, the heart goes flying out of its chest. The thing falls down dead. And you all breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, I had plenty of room.
As the last of these things are now dead.
Alright.
And that's where we're going to end things tonight.
We can get in loot next time.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
wonder if that's what they were trying to warn us about the notes.
I doubt it.
But thank you, everybody, for watching this evening. We appreciate you tuning in. For everybody here in the Fab 5 campaign, I want to thank you for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next week. Good night.